Welcome everyone to VGIW's World League 3! 8 men and 8 women all looking to become world champion here tonight. We are about to see history unfold once again in the third ever World League tournament. And starting us off, we're going to see the current world champion Hardcore Hank take on Black Death in the first round. Now, World League is one of the events I'm always super excited to see because it's almost guaranteed that history will be made. Now, coming down to the ring right now is Hardcore Hank. Hardcore Hank, one of the most devastating and one of the greatest wrestlers in VGIW. Hardcore Hank, a multi-time world champion. I believe a 2-time world champion, but I could be wrong on that. Point being, Hardcore Hank has held that title more than once, and he has absolutely made it clear that he is here to stay when it comes to that championship. His brutality, his strength, his power is going to make him an incredibly tough challenger here for Black Death to beat. Speaking of, here comes Black Death. Now Black Death has a bit of... Now Black Death has a connection that has a bit of history with Hardcore Hank. Keep in mind, Black Death has been comrades with the Reaper, who is one of Hardcore Hank's greatest rivalries. Got a thing that's going through Hank's mind right now as he looks to take on one of the longest reigning intercontinental champions of all time in VGIW. There is Black Death. His execution is devastating, a guaranteed knockout. Black Death has faced them all. Black Death was in the first World League tournament, and while I've mentioned it before, he has always been underrated in my opinion. A consistent, strong performer, and always able to show what he can do when that bell rings. There's a reason the Reaper wanted him under his wing. Because Black Death, he's a strong adversary and a very scary foe. The match begins, and we see they're locking up to start things off here. Right now, it seems Black Death getting the upper hand here. The referee getting them a break up. There we go. Oh, Hank dived in, and Black Death with a swift, clean dodge. But now, as you see there, Hank managed to grab hold of Black Death when Black Death came in for an attack. But Black Death not phased in the slightest here, as he gets to work on Hardcore Hank. Oh, what is he planning to do here? Right into the turnbuckle. Oh, right into the chest. And then a big backdrop. That's early goings, but you got to think about this. These wrestlers will need to try and conserve their energy. They are in for a long tournament if they win. You know, this is already going to be a tough fight. That's the paradox of a tournament. You've got to try and conserve your energy, but both of you are desperately trying to win. So you have to pray you can get it over quickly. Look at Hank there, showing off there, thinking he is guaranteed to win this. But Black Death with that big boot, making it clear that that is not so obvious. There we go. Black Death working well against Hank right now. Another big elbow drop. And you see the way Black Death works. It's not big, it's not bombastic. It's pure effectiveness. He knows how to wear the opponent down so that when it comes time for the execution, it is the final nail in the coffin. See, Hank there was favouring the knee, Oh, looks like going for a pin here, but I think it's going to be too early. Yeah, there we go. Not even a 1 count. Wait a moment. On the stage. Wait a minute. That's the Reaper. But Blood and Gore are attacking the Reaper. Now, the Reaper is in round 1 going to be facing the Phantom. But right now, he's being attacked by Blood and Gore. Oh my god. Well, right now, Hank's just taking down Black Death. Oh my goodness. This is... What is going on? Oh my god. I don't know what to focus on. Blood and Gore are basically the attack dogs. They are the minions of the Phantom. You know for a fact why Blood and Gore are doing this. They are attacking the Reaper to help the Phantom. And I imagine taking the Reaper out on the stage to send a message to both Black Death and Hank. Black Death because, well, obviously, you know, comrade of Reaper, like I mentioned, but Hank because Hank has had a long storied rivalry with the Reaper, failed to ever beat him. Great work there by Hardcore Hank, and they're making it clear. To me, they're making it clear. You can't beat the Reaper. We can. Think about what we could do to you. This is devastating. What is going to happen for the Reaper here? Like, is he even going to be able to make it to his match with this beatdown? Meanwhile, Black Death and Hank going back and forth. My god. Oh, what a neck breaker there from Hardcore Hank. I can't believe what I'm witnessing here. Good grief. Hank there, he is almost certain he's going to win. I think if anything, he's glad that Reaper is being dealt with here. As far as he's concerned, he's not so fussed about the Phantom. I think it's the Reaper he cares about the most. Oh my god, did you hear the smack on that? That was incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh, slapping the neck. You see the Reaper trying to fight back against Blood and Gore, but it's just in vain. Wait a moment, look at this. Oh, Hank here. Oh, with a big power bomb. They're going for the pinfall here. But unfortunately, way too close to the ropes. Not going to happen. God, they're still going. Oh my god. And thankfully, the Reaper has got, you know, a few matches to recover. Finally, security's also out. I don't know what to think about that. Well, I know how I think about that, but I do not expect that. I know Blood and Gore have always attacked the Phantom's enemies, but not here. Oh! And looks like Hank is going to try and win with a throwback to his hero, Blue Thunder. But a kick out there, no luck with the Blue Thunder bomb. Oh, if he can't use a throwback, he's going to use his own abilities here. With the knee! Oh, lights out. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. And Hank is moving on to the second round of the World League Tournament. That was incredible. A great first match, but I can't believe what we just saw on the stage there. Blood and Gore systematically destroying the Reaper, tearing him apart. I am devastated there. I don't know what this means for the Reaper's match against the Phantom. He's not got that much time to recover, all things said. So I don't know what is going to happen there. Man, look at that Blue Thunder bomb though. That was expertly delivered. But there you go. Hank, the champion, still in the running here. Could he be the first ever person to... This is his second tournament where I believe he's walked in as the champion. Could he be the first person to enter the World League as the champion and leave as the champion? We've always seen a new champion, a brand new champion, hold the title for the first time in a World League tournament every single time. Speaking of which, here's two hungry contenders looking to get their first world title reign. Kane Randerman takes on Katsuyori Machida. Now here are two rising stars here. Two people who have such amazing athletic ability. On one hand, we have the recently returned Kane Randleman. Kane Randleman has barely come back, and he has already made it clear that he's here to make an impact in the men's division. In the men's super, you know what I mean, like in the men's roster. I'm trying to be clear about men's and women's roster. Anyway, point is, Kane Randleman, incredible athlete. Honestly, great strength, great agility. Him and his former tag team partner, I don't know the status of their tag team still, Terry Durr, have absolutely been making waves as they work to try and break into the big time. Now, Terry Durr has won the Iron Will Championship as he looks to slowly climb up the ranks. Kane Randleman, however, this is his first major opportunity. And you've got to think that he is going to want to take full advantage of this. But oh my god, does he have one hell of a first opponent. This is not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. But I think Kane Randleman is well aware of that. Because here he comes. Here comes one of my favourite wrestlers. One of the most entertaining wrestlers in VGIW's WWE 2K19 run. Here is Katsuyori Machida. Katsuyori Machida is definitely up there as one of the most entertaining wrestlers I have seen in my time commentating 2K19, and probably had one of the greatest rises, one of the greatest breakout stars this year. Katsuyori Machida came onto the scene in Genesis, quickly went on to break the undefeated streak of the Crusher. Quickly went on in that same night. Not only did he break the Crusher's undefeated streak, he took the Limitless Championship from the Crusher, the top prize of Genesis. Technically already a world champion, but has yet to hold the top prize of VGIW. Could that change tonight? Katsuyori Machida has always had some incredible fights. One of his first fights in VGIW against Samuel the Savior is still one of my favourites of all time. Just a great display. I absolutely adore watching Katsuyori in the ring. Now as they get ready here, Katsuyori Machida, Kane Randleman. The bell rings, here the match begins, here we go. Kane Randleman gets behind Katsuyori. But Katsuyori there with a snapmare. Now you see here that even though these two are great athletes, they're trying to outsmart each other. Both have similar strengths here. Both are strong, both are athletic. Oh my goodness, Kane Randleman racing right out of the gate there. Nice work. But Katsuyori there with the dodge, and now going to go for that backdrop. Nice work there. You see the bounce from the force of that backdrop. Nice leg screw there by Kane Randleman. But catching, and now Katsuyori going to return the favour. There you go. Kane Randleman now on the receiving end as Katsuyori gets to work Kane though right back to his feet. And looks like though he is going to take more abuse from Katsuyori Machida. Ducks under and goes for a Hurricane Rana. And now, what is Katsuyori planning to do next? Going to drop down onto the leg there. Oh, but Kane Randleman blocks Katsuyori. And look at this. Oh my goodness. Katsuyori back on his feet now. Nice kick to the midsection right there. And oh, a takedown with a series of punches. Good work right there by Katsuyori Machida. Now Kane Randleman rolls out of the ring. Looking to try and recover, trying to rest a little bit. But this match is going to be anything but easy for these two. Like I said, these are two incredible performers. Nice work there by Kane Randleman. But you got two incredible wrestlers here. Going at it, going toe to toe. Now you see they're working Here, working each other over here. But a quick escape. And now, look at this, lifting up Katsuyori Machida. And, oh, nice work there by Kane Randleman. Katsuyori, nice work right there. Oh, good lord. And going across the arm. Now, I love to watch Katsuyori Machida take on Hardcore Hank in the second round. But I think Kane Randleman would also stand a good chance against the current world champion. This is why matches like these, why the World League Tournament is so entertaining. Because it can take some of the greatest performers right at the moment and pits them together. So many potential dream matches. We'll never get to see them all. But the thought is so tantalizing and it makes matches like these so exciting to watch. Nice work there. Look at that Northern Light suplex. Absolutely wonderfully done right there. And now Randleman bringing himself back up to his feet as he takes Katsuyori. Snake Eyes. Nice work right there. And now, look at this. Whoa! Katsuyori with the reverse DDT. Right now staying a step ahead of Kane Randleman here, I feel. And look at this as he lifts him up in the air, driving him down. And Kane, look at that. He's got to pay attention. Katsuyori still got lots of energy in the tank. And I don't know if Kane does. Here we go, Snake Eyes. Oh, now going to go for the leg here. Oh, look at that. All that weight down on the leg. Ooh, that punch. Oh, it almost woke him up. Good lord. That almost ignited something in Kane Randleman. Is now going for a tornado DDT. And then going for the pin. Has he got it here? One. Only a one count. That is very telling about the amount of endurability left in Katsuyori Machida. Katsuyori now being brought back up to his feet by Kane, who looks to continue. Oh, what a vicious Irish whip there into the corner. Kane Randleman, the fact that he's taking on the biggest breakout star in VGIW and is doing incredibly well, it's got to be that is major kudos, win or lose in my opinion. Only a one count though. Again, Katsuyori far from out. Okay, what is Kane planning to do here? Oh, a bit old school, but driving in face first into the turnbuckle. And Katsuyori collapsing to the ground. But Katsuyori back up on his feet. It is miraculous how Kane and Katsuyori can do that. The haluva kick. And Kane might be out on his feet. Oh, the knees. Oh my god, those repeated knee strikes. We might be about to see the end of the match. Katsuyori took a breath there. I think he was thinking, geez, what the amount of effort I've had to put in. Oh my god, though. That's another kick out. It's not over. I thought that it was over. But now it might be. Because here we go. Katsuyori looking to put it away. Wait a moment, though. Kane Randleman isn't about to let it end. And now takes it into the corner. You better believe Kane is also pursuing his own finisher. Oh, this could be a major... Oh, wait a moment there. Both are denying each other that crucial finisher to end things off. Trying to go for another haluva kick. Blocked by Kane Randleman, who is still pursuing that finisher. Oh, this... Wait, no, he's going for something different here. I thought he was going to go for his finish. But a tornado DDT again. Now brings Kane Randleman back up to his feet. Oh, wait a moment. Powerbomb! Jackknife powerbomb! And now pacing the ring. Oh, he's going up to the middle rope. Okay, I think he's about to finish it. Look at that! Oh my god! 1, 2, 3! Kane Randleman is going to the second round to face Hardcore Hank. That is huge for Kane Randleman. He just beat the biggest breakout star in VGIW. Kane Randleman now moving on to the second round, and honestly, a great first match. Very exhausting. Kane's really going to have to work to build his energy back up here, because he has got a hell of a match waiting for him. But all in all, great performance right there. I think these two were stunning. I am sad for Katsuyori though, but that is what happens in the World League Tournament. Like I said, so many great wrestlers. Not all of them can move on to the next round. But, with that being said, I am truly, truly happy for what I've seen. But man, oh man. Here we go though. Kane Randleman standing tall, standing victorious. A major 180 over how we used to see him back in WWE 2K18. An absolute huge glow up for him. And an exceptional performance right there. And maybe the start of his climb to becoming the next world champion. We'll have to wait and see, because we got more matches in the tournament. Next up, we've got Biohazard. Donovan Hazard is Biohazard as he looks to take on the disco dancing VVC. Now this is quite colourful a match. Now, for those of you who are looking at this for the first time, you might not get why these two are in this tournament. Now VVC I want to cover first. VVC, maybe not the most usual suspect, but has been known to create some upset victories every now and then, and that's exactly what happened when he got into the tournament. He might be a wild card, he might be a black horse heading into this one, but VVC has as much chance as anyone of getting through in the tournament. Now, Donovan Hazard, despite how he looks, has been spending his time in VGIW as Donovan Hazard for a very long time. He changed from Biohazard to Donovan Hazard after an attack from Hardcore Hank. And it's only very recently that he's gone back to being Biohazard. Donovan Hazard has proven time and time again that win or lose, he is one of the toughest opponents you'll ever meet. I remember when he'd be in 5-man UK Championship matches, and even though he didn't win, I don't know if he ever won the title, but he was always one of the toughest opponents in that match, seemingly unstoppable. And even in singles competition, Donovan has a consistent track record of being exceptionally tough to beat. I believe he was in the first Limitless Championship hunt as well. Consistently gotten himself to these high points. Donovan is a tough one to beat and is going to be a very tough opponent for VVC here. But VVC never one to stop, never one to crack under pressure. He's always been like this. And honestly, I think that unfaltering spirit is what gets VVC these upset victories. So maybe he can pull it off again tonight. Now on Biohazard, I don't know why he recently changed himself back to Biohazard. I've been meaning to ask him, but there's been so much going on lately in the world of VGIW that it is hard to keep track and just get all of my bases covered. I will be trying to ask Donovan after the event to get his take. Why is he back as Biohazard? Because once again, he stopped being Biohazard after a vicious attack from current world champion Hardcore Hank. Now look at this. Oh, big Inzagiri there from VVC. Either way, Biohazard's still the exceptional opponent, exceptional wrestler that he's always been. And right now, him and VVC are starting things off. Oh, look at this. Oh, God, that's that move. I don't know how that move is legal, honestly. Look at that, though, from VVC. Nice work right there in the early going for one count, only one count. Oh, but look at that. You see, Biohazard isn't even close to out. VVC thinking a step ahead every time. This is very interesting to see. Oh, going for the eyes there. Oh, look at this. Oh, God, into the turnbuckles there with that Samoan drop. And now we're going to go for a pin here. Only a 1 count. See, both of them are still. It's way too early for either of them to go for the victory here. Belly to belly from Biohazard. And now, look at this, going to drive the weight down on the arm. That could separate the shoulder if you're not careful. VBC has to keep going. Look at that, Hurricane Rana right there from VBC. This has been a surprisingly even encounter so far. I would have lent more towards Biohazard winning this, but right now, VBC is absolutely giving it one of the best performances I've ever seen from him. Bringing Biohazard back up to his feet here. Kick to the midsection. And look at this. Oh, wow. Right to the back. Great work there by VBC. Nice chest chop. Oh, but Biohazard ridden return. And now that stiff strike to the gut. And look at this. Oh, now Snake Eyes in the side of the ring. No LEDs tonight. This is World League is our oldest pay-per-view. We like to keep things a little bit more traditional out here. The count of 7 though, they've got to be careful. They run the risk of getting counted out. And there you go. I would say that was a count of 8, but the referee trying to give them ample time, so it was a count of 7. A count of victory is still a victory either way in the World League tournament, but of course, you want to win by pinfall submission, especially when it gets to the final match, which will be for the title. You don't want to run the risk of a count-out victory at that point, because then the title, well, I don't know actually. What would happen if, Hank lost before the final? So you have 2, I guess the title would be vacant. Whoa, nice dodge by the way from VBC. I guess the title would have to be vacant then. Oh man, VBC doing exceptionally well here. Now my question is, I've said it before, but when it comes to matches like these, this could either be an incredibly one-sided encounter, or this could end up being the case of a Feather Duster versus a Sledgehammer. See what I mean there? A 1 count. This could be a case of a Feather Duster versus a Sledgehammer here, where VBC might be hitting 1,000 times, but being hit 1,000 times with a Feather Duster isn't going to do a lot. But being hit 1 time with a Sledgehammer will do you in. Now, I could be completely wrong, oh god, about VBC, but right now, Biohazard has just sprung back. That kick to the face definitely knocked him silly. Oh my god, busted open, and the ref, I don't think he clocked it. 1, 2, and it's lucky the ref didn't clock straight away, because that might have ended up being a free there. That super kick from Biohazard busted open VBC. This is what I meant. Not to say that a wrestler with lighter attacks can't do amazingly well, but it does lead to an interesting interesting issues here. Oh, and there's the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb has been dropped, and this might be the end. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and Biohazard is moving on to the second round. An exceptional performance right there. Honestly, despite what I was saying about Feather Dusters and Sledgehammers, it's got to be said that VBC did in fact have control for a good chunk of that match. At the end of the day, regardless of how hard he was hitting, he was able to get Biohazard in a precarious predicament there, able to out-wrestle him in several circumstances, I'd say. VBC, if he can channel that into being a full-out killer, he could be a dangerous wrestler. You see there, that was a good chunk of time there before the referee had clocked the pin. But it didn't matter, because once the atomic bomb was dropped, that was it. That was over. The match ended with that. You do not survive an atomic bomb. Good work from VBC, but congratulations to Biohazard. A step closer to fighting Hank. And if I had to guess, That's what the return of Biohazard is really about. It's about a statement to the world champion. I won't know what that statement truly is until I can get my hands on Biohazard, assuming I'm correct, of course. But I'd definitely like to get an interview with Biohazard in the near future. And the final match of round 1 for the men's tournament, the Reaper, if he is able to make it, will take on the Phantom. Now, like I said, the chills that just ran down my spine. Despite the efforts of Blood and Gore, I think it's safe to say that the Reaper is here. There he is. A multiple-time world champion. A man who has beaten Hardcore Hank every time they have met. A man who has struck fear into the hearts of many. A man who sent Aaron Storm tumbling down to hell. This man, the man who has led the Dark Forces in VGIW. The Reaper. One of the greatest forces of darkness to ever step foot in the squared circle. Looking to become world champion once again and resume his spot as the top dog. But is he? He is not at 100%. I was going to ask if he is, but that's a stupid question to ask. Can he beat the Phantom when he's not at 100%? Guess we're about to find out. Now, this is not the first time that these two have clashed in the ring. The very first time that I can think of that these two clashed in the ring, or at least one of the earliest times, was in the very first World League. The Phantom was very different back then. Nowhere near as dark and mysterious as he is now. But the Phantom fell short in that match. The Phantom has grown a lot since then. He's become more dark, more dangerous. And you gotta wonder, was it matches like the one with the Reaper that caused this change to occur? As we head into this rematch, I think the Phantom has done a lot of thinking. Stuff like the Blood and Gore attack, likely just an attempt to assure, beyond a reasonable doubt, victory will be his. But will that plan be successful? The bell rings, the match begins, and this is one match that I've been very interested, especially after that Blood and Gore attack, to see how it plays out. Right now in the early goings, the Reaper has had the upper hand, but the Phantom now looking to come back on his own. Big DDT there from the Phantom, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. You see there the Reaper there taking out the Phantom, and now the Phantom, is in a lot of trouble in the early goings of the match. Likely why he had Blood and Gore come out, because this is the first time in a very long time that these two have fought. I imagine the Phantom, as much as he'd been planning on how to deal with the Reaper, likely wasn't sure about, how it would play out. This, like I said, the Reaper, one of the most dangerous, most powerful individuals in VGIW. So, man, this is right now. Oh my goodness, wait a moment. Oh my God. Now the referee a little bit slow there, but there wouldn't have been a free count in any case. But my goodness, the Phantom there showing that while he might not be quite as powerful, he's incredibly cunning. Look at this! Set up the Reaper perfectly. And that was exceptional. The crowd are right here. Now, as much as the Phantom has used some underhanded deeds to get a bit of an upper hand on the Reaper with that attack from earlier, from his attack dogs, Blood and Gore, his minions, I've got to say, he is an exceptional wrestler nonetheless. There's a reason that he has been... Let me double check. I just want to make sure I get my facts right here. He has been in every single World League tournament. Him and Hank, that's a fun fact for you. Him and Hank have been in every World League tournament. The Phantom fell short each time, but has consistently proven himself to be one of the top contenders of VGIW. Now, the likes of the Reaper, Black Death, and Herman have both been in 2 World League tournaments. Whoa, count of 9 there. The Reaper got in barely in time there, honestly. Got to be very careful. Nice dodge there by the Phantom. And now look at this. Driving the Phantom down. Now, despite everything, the Reaper has had that chance to try and recover, and it looks like, while he's not at 100% by any stretch of the imagination, he's been able to put up a decently good fight against the Phantom here. But the Phantom absolutely looking to break the Reaper down. Look at this, Irish whip into the corner. Oh, caught there by the Reaper, nice work. Oh, but look at this. Nice DDT right there by the Phantom. Oh, and a big strike there. Takes him down. And a falling headbutt. Going for the pin now. 1. Only a 1 count. A Phantom refusing to get frustrated. But you've got to not be thinking that he's thinking, good Lord, what do I have to do to put the Reaper away? Given everything the Reaper's been through, the fact that he's not only back, but is dominating once again is a scary thought. 1, 2, and a 2 count right there. The Phantom, of course, far from out himself here. The crowd there, quite applause. I guess they're impressed that the Reaper's been able to put up as much of a fight as he has. But honestly, this has been a great match here from both competitors. Not a squash match like I was expecting it to be, which honestly I am glad about. Oh my god, oh my god! There's no way the Reaper has just secured victory like this as he looks to choke the life out of the Phantom. But the Phantom refusing to die. Overpowered the Reaper. And now the first DDT from the Phantom. Good God. Oh, elbow there to the Phantom. And now that clothesline sending the Phantom to the outside. How are these two able to dish out so much punishment to each other and yet still keep on going? Face first there into the side of the ring. And again, the Reaper with a rare showing of respect to the fans. Normally, not one who soaks in the adulation of the fans. Not someone who usually soaks in that admiration. Usually someone who focuses purely on the match at hand. Count of 5 now, and they've got to be careful. Wait a moment, what's the Reaper doing? What's the Reaper doing? Oh my god! The Reaper has just plunged into parts unknown, sending the Phantom through the barricade and resetting the count. The Reaper does not want this to end by a count out. He wants to break the Phantom, sending him into those steel steps. The Phantom, if he's still able to think clearly, you've got to be thinking he is wondering what he has got himself into. Does he not realize the forces he is up against? Count of 7. There we go, back in the ring. But somehow, the Phantom has recovered. The Reaper going to the side of the ring. I don't think even he expected that. And look at this, back outside the ring once again. My God. Oh, that leg screw. The Phantom. Look at this. Oh my God. Big chest chop right there. This is a major back and forth. After everything these two have done to each other, they're still going at it. Oh my God. Big backdrop right there from the Reaper. And now, oh my God. This has been exceptional. Oh, wow. My God. The Reaper stomping down on the face of Black Death. I mean, of the Phantom. Sorry, my apologies. The Phantom. Oh my God. I think this is about to be the end of the Phantom. Going for a pin here. 1, 2. Oh my God. Tried to lay the Phantom to rest, but it's not happening. Oh my God. The blow. The strike. Looks like he's trying to strike a stake into the heart of the Reaper. But the Reaper has no heart. He has no soul. He will not go down like that. But I don't think that's going to matter if the Phantom goes for... Oh my God. The Phantom goes for what he's looking for here. I don't think it's going to matter because he's looking. He's going to hit it. Cataclysm! 1, 2, 3. And the Phantom has beaten the Reaper. This is incredible. Regardless of the blood and gore beatdown, you have to think, did that, would things be different if blood and gore hadn't got involved earlier? But regardless of your thoughts on the outcome, this match was the highlight of round 1. I thought the other matches were great, but this was without a doubt the best match of round 1. What could stand to be the best match of the tournament. The Reaper and the Phantom gave each other everything they've got. But Hank has to be breathing a sigh of relief knowing the Reaper's out. And I think he should be worried about who's still in, because the Phantom faces Biohazard in the next round. We move on now to the first round of the Women's World League Tournament as Rebecca Storm takes on Billy. My goodness, this is the first ever Women's World League Tournament. The women's division been around for a while, but never had their own World League Tournament until now. And we're starting off with Rebecca Storm versus Billy here. Now, Rebecca Storm been around since the beginning of the women's division. And you can tell she believes she should have been here from day 1. Rebecca Storm, definitely a pretty good wrestler. But I've mentioned it before, Rebecca Storm gets a lot of opportunities handed to her. So it's sooner or later, even if she was bad, she was going to end up here, like in one of these situations. If she can get far, that's a whole other story entirely. But I'm curious to see how she'll be able to handle herself against Billy. Billy might be softer than you might expect a lot of women's wrestlers to end up being, but she's very, very capable when that bell rings. Typically a tag team wrestler, a former United Team champion after all, Billy has proven herself in singles competition. And this is a huge opportunity for her. while I think her heart is mainly in the tag division, you've got to imagine that this is what this is what every woman who joins VGIW has dreamt of. So Billy has got to imagine, she's going to be taking this opportunity by the horns. She's going to be doing everything in her power to come out victorious here. Our match begins, and you can see the size difference. Billy, one of the shortest women on the roster. I believe it's a tie between Ruby Bourne, Hope Halliwell, and Billy of the shortest women on the roster. My goodness, despite that, all three of them possess amazing abilities in that ring that allow them to defy their size, really. Oh my god! Right now you can see Rebecca Storm, though, using that power. Oh my god, speaking of which, oh my goodness me! Up in the air. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh my god! That is absolutely absurd. Look at this, driving Billy down, bringing Billy back up to her feet now. Oh my god, knocking the taste out of her mouth. But Billy there, now looking to try and fight back with a jawbreaker. Going for a snapmare here. Nice kick to the back. Billy gonna try and just slowly, surely bring things back in her favor. Standing Spanish fly, that'll really do it. And now looking to work the arm of Rebecca Storm here. Oh, nice work there by Billy. Who now goes for an early pin here, but I don't think that's going to finish it. Yeah, only a 1 count. This is a historical moment here for the women's division in VGIW. And look at this now. Oh, my God, Rebecca Storm here pushing Billy away. Of course, the women's roster, as mentioned by Donna Schmidt, Alice Savage, the women's roster is only going to get stronger, which I'm honestly extremely excited to see how that pans out. That's going to be special. Anyway, Billy right now with the arm drag. Oh, wow! That was a shocking bit of disrespect. And now Billy here. Look at that, working the arms. Look at that, that's incredible right here. And Rebecca Storm rolling away. Oh, look at this. Look at that, the strength of Rebecca Storm. Oh my goodness me. Great work there, Rebecca Storm. Oh my god, snap suplex. Going for the pin. Oh, now look at this. Deadlifting and driving her down with a power bomb. That was incredible strength right there. Now we're taking Billy into the corner here. Rebecca Storm has something huge planned here to put Billy away. Bit of hesitation. Oh, here we go now. I think she was soaking it in. What might be almost certain victory. Oh my goodness. Look at that! Oh! Butterfly suplex off the top rope. That is a lot of punishment there. And now, whoa! Oh my god, Billy landed on her feet there. Oh, but no, Billy not able to capitalize as she's thrown by the neck. Billy in a lot of trouble right now, in my opinion, in this one. Oh my goodness, up and over, take it to the outside. Billy has been manhandled throughout this match by Rebecca Storm. Rebecca now going to take Billy, to the ring post perhaps. Oh no, oh god. The head. Oh no, not again, not again! Oh, repeatedly bouncing off that steel ring post. But Billy somehow just trying to get away, really, trying to buy some time. Oh god. And that has not panned out as Rebecca Storm takes Billy into the corner here. Oh Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh, sunset flip. Here we go. 1. No, only a 1 count. Billy is not going to give up. She is trying to stay as long as she can, but this might be the end. Oh! Driving her down. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh my god. And Billy's still in this one. Rebecca is in shock. But you know that Rebecca is going to finish this one off good and proper now with an big powerbomb. Not what I was expecting, but it's going to be just as effective. 3. And there we have it. Rebecca Storm moving on into the second round. What a powerful matchup there. What a powerful showing by Rebecca Storm against Billy. Billy more of a tag team wrestler, but has been proven to be quite good in singles competition, but was absolutely manhandled there by Rebecca Storm. Rebecca going to be taking that momentum into the second round. If she can continue like that, she might very well have this. Might join her husband in the rankings as, you know, as being a person who has held a world title. Would be huge news for Storm System worldwide, for huge news for the Storm family. That could be a major, major deal right there. As Rebecca Storm looks to gloat and take it all in. The fans not happy. They wanted to see Billy win. But that's just how things go. Now we move on to the next match in the women's first round. We're going to have the current world champion Sophia Muller take on the Forsaken. Now this is going to be a hard-hitting match. I'm almost certain of it. You've got, you know, an amazing wrestler in the Forsaken, incredibly hard-hitting, incredibly ruthless, incredibly powerful. And you've got the world champion, Sophia Muller, coming down to the ring. She is quite possibly one of the most dangerous wrestlers that we have on VGIW. I've said it so many times before, and I will keep on saying it. Sophia Muller is dangerous. She is on another level. This woman is someone you should be afraid of. Sophia Muller, she has some of the most devastating finishes. She can pin you, she can submit you, she has no trouble doing either. If she hits you with that Alabama slam, your head smashes into the ring mat, the back of your head bounces, and for a moment you're unconscious. Even if you wake up, you might not know where you are, and by the time you figured it out, the free count has already happened, and Sophia Muller is victorious. But if she wants to secure, she wants to guarantee victory, she has the Kimura lock. Grabs your arm, and if she can get it properly locked in, at that point you're tapping out. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. You're tapping out, because if not, she will snap your arm like a twig. But of course, manhandling is going to be a lot harder when you have an opponent like this. The Forsaken, formerly the tag team partner of the current briefcase holder, Isabella Violet, Forsaken, once known as Jackie Thompson, formerly a tag team roster member, after being let go, came back with this new look, and my god, the brutality has gone up immensely. The Forsaken, able to manhandle anyone and everyone. Honestly, she can be devastating in that ring. This is the thing. This is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. because this could go any way, really. Well, we're about to find out as two immense powerhouses grapple in the ring. The bell is rung. Oh, taking Sophia Muller off her feet there. But Sophia immediately back up, grabs the Forsaken, and drives her down with that Uranagi. And now that Forsaken's down on the ground, she could be in a very precarious position here. Because you can see Sophia Muller getting on top, and a series of punches and elbow strikes. Oh my god. And that is going to really leave you dazed and confused. And now a gator roll right here. Look at that. Oh man, yanking on their head, twisting it, turning it. And right now the Forsaken in a lot of trouble here. Oh man, this is so far going one way only. Oh, right into the midsection, right into the rib cage. And now a series of strikes here, but look at that. As the Forsaken takes Sophia Muller into the corner, and now looks to dish out some assault of her own with those vicious right hooks. And now, oh, dodged there by Sophia Muller, but not able to dodge that. Oh my god. And that is the strength of the Forsaken, able to throw Sophia Muller around. When you're thrown like that, that has to be a terrifying experience. Oh my god! Oh, how did Sophia Muller manage to completely halt the momentum? And now, no way, Alabama Slam! Oh my god, there's no way. No way! The Kimura! Oh my god, she's trying to get it properly cinched in. You can see the legs are struggling to wrap around though. But look at that. Forsaken was able to take advantage of the fact that the legs couldn't fully wrap around. Oh, big DDT right there. That looked dangerous though. Forsaken was so close to losing the match in the first round. And right now, it's got to be said, Forsaken, as much as she's done some nice moves right now, is definitely on the losing end right now. She really needs to make a comeback against Sophia Muller. Nice crossbody and a series of punches there. As the Forsaken builds up that head of steam. A big leg drop. And now going for the pin here. Only a 1 count. And now, what is the plan here? Oh my god! Nice bait and switch there. She knew Sophia would dodge, so hit her in the back of the head. And now look at this, going for the leg here. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is really gonna hurt. Now Sophia back on her feet. Wait a moment. The Forsaken now looking to put this away. With a jackknife power bomb, but Sophia back on her feet. Oh my god, the Forsaken immediately springs into attack. But you've got to think in the back of her mind, she's thinking, what do I do here? A kick out at 2. The Forsaken good at hiding that shock, hiding that frustration that she's doubtlessly feeling. Oh, wait a moment. Now it's over. The curb stomp from the Forsaken. The finisher has been hit. That is going to do it. 1, 2. Oh my god. Sophia Muller is still in this. But Forsaken trying to use this frustration and use it as further motivation here. Oh my god, but Sophia breaking free. Oh look, a Kimura again! And the legs are actually locked in this time! The legs are wrapped around this time! And there you go, quick tap out. That's it. The Forsaken taken out, and Sophia laughing at the Forsaken. The world champion moves on to the next round of the World League Tournament. Look at this. Once again, that Alabama Slam. Now the first Kimura didn't get fully locked in, giving Forsaken a chance. Still was likely to end the match. Kimura's a Kimura, but Forsaken was able to endure, able to keep on for long enough to be able to escape. But this is where we thought it would be over. The curb stomp right here would be enough to end most people's hopes and dreams. Sophia Muller, though, is something else entirely. That kick out, and then it was over with the Kimura, the second Kimura. Sophia Muller moving on to the second round. The world champion still has a possibility of retaining the title. The first time a champion will have successfully defended the title at World League. We now move on to the next match in the first round of the women's tournament. It's Celestine Ingeborg versus Malice. What will happen when light faces dark? Now, I say light versus dark, but both of these two can be quite sinister in my opinion. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when they clash in the ring. Celestine Ingeborg here. Very, one of the tallest women on the roster. Incredibly fearsome looking in my opinion. Got that malicious look on her face. And honestly, she's got a unique approach to taking people out in the ring. Oh, man. But it has been effective. That's why she's here. That's why she's in the World League tournament. She's proven to be a fearsome foe. The great thing about the World League tournament is it and Regal Rampage are two huge opportunities for people to really be able to boost their rankings. That's 2 events in the year. Otherwise, you've got to try and build your momentum up based on, chance or the Global Championship. Or if you're in the men's division, the Intercontinental Championship. Otherwise, you aren't going to get that hope. Oh, man. Now, while Celestine may be new, this person isn't. Malice, a former United Team champion, much like Billy, has made their name in the tag scene. However, Malice, much like Billy, has also proven themselves to be a terrifying force one-on-one. The thing about Malice is, she is one of the most durable wrestlers I have ever seen. She has taken absurd amount of punishments before and been able to keep on going. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she keeps on going through some of the moves I've seen her be put through. But that punishment, that ability to take punishment, that ravenous frenzy of Malice makes her one of the dangerous individuals. Now you can see Malice making her way to the ring here. Honestly, we got two very, very different styles heading into this one. I say that a lot of the time, but you can really sense it as you watch these two head to the ring. This is going to be an incredibly interesting matchup. Gosh, how is this one going to go? I don't know. Normally I have like a clear favorite for my, when I'm heading into these. But sometimes I have a match and I don't know enough about how these two will be able to, go to be able to do it. Malice I'm more aware of. Celestine's still new. There's still an air of mystery about it. The bell rings. All I know is both of these women are incredibly capable. Nice big boot there from Celestine to start things off. And an uppercut there. Malice, though, going round the back and looking to enact some punishment as she Irish whips Celestine into the corner. Celestine there with a nice dodge out of the way. Oh, look at this, going for the arm. Oh, look at that. Driving the knees into the elbow. That's a good start there by Malice, who now looks to take Celestine into the corner, races over. Nice into the rib cage there. And you're watching Malice is just racing around. She is always in this frenzy. Oh, look at this though. Celestine wants to drive things to a halt. She wants to stop that momentum dead in its tracks. She tried to end the match early here. But Celestine wants to slow things down. She is more methodical, I feel. And now Malice though looking to take back control here. As she goes for the arm. Ooh, stomping away at the elbow. Malice bringing her back to her feet, but Celestine takes Malice to the ground. And now, bringing Malice up here. Gonna go for a four-way slam, I think. No! Oh my god! Malice catching the neck. I was able to turn that into a DDT. But only a 1 count. That was impressive there. Malice there with a wonderfully delivered drop kick. And Celestine actually had to get out of the ring to recover. Malice is calling for her to get back in. I think you can tell who the favourite might be heading, in this match now. Big side slam though from Celestine, who looks to try and get things back in her favour. But right now, Malice is proving to be a very tricky opponent. This has been an incredible matchup so far. Oh man. Oh, the shoulder claw. That's going to deliver a lot of punishment there. But Malice back on her feet, taking the leg out. And now Malice stomping away. Going for a big clothesline. And now looking to finish this one off here. Is Malice about to head into the second round? I think she is. Dragging her over, away from the ropes, going for the pin now. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2. And Malice got to rethink this now. She looks to get into the camel clutch. Celestine trying to escape. Look at that, nice escape there from Celestine. Oh, quick. Able to get out of that quite easily. And now looks to go for another side slam. Oh, man. That can do a lot of damage. But Celestine still hasn't put this one away. Though you can see with the flatliner there, she absolutely is trying to do that. Oh, big diving clothesline. 1, 2. Oh my god, nearly put it away there. Celestine maybe doing more damage than I give credit there. Right now, at least, it's still not proving to be enough to put Malice out and take Malice out of the competition. Oh, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Celestine might be about to finish it here. Now, we've seen this move before. We see what this move can do. It drains the energy from the opponents. If held on for too long, Malice managing to escape there, it can be the end of the match. Malice there, and you can see she's actually shaken a bit there. That move absolutely seems to have an effect on its opponents. You cannot afford to have that kept on you for. That's why you see quick escapes like that, because if Celestine is allowed to hold it for too long, you're done. And now the referee going for the count of 4 here as these two continue brawling on the outside. Malice looks out of it. Now they got to be careful. They do not want to risk. Well, I mean, I guess a count out win is fine, but you don't want to risk a count out loss. The brawl going to the crowd now. Oh, Malice is not going to let that happen. Count of 7. They need to get out of there. They need to get back in the ring now. There we go. That was getting a little too risky in my opinion. Malice is so out of it after that. After that move from Celestine, after that choke, you can really sense that Malice is not running at full capacity anymore. She's not running at full steam. This is not looking good for her, honestly. This has been amazing, honestly. Oh, here we go. 2 count, and Celestine kicks out. Oh, wait a moment. What's Malice planning here? Malice shaking the cobwebs out. Seems to be walking in a daze. Oh, wait a moment. Oh my god, a big clothesline there from Celestine. Goes for the pin now. 1, 2, and a kick out there from Malice, staying in this one. Oh, wait a minute. Celestine now looking to finish this one off. Here we go again. That choke. Malice needs to escape if she wants to stay in this, but you can see that she is struggling to stay in this. This might be the end. Oh, barely escaping. And now Malice with a clothesline. She just wants this over. She wants to finish this. Oh my god, and she nearly did. But Malice in a rare state of panic. I've never seen a panic like this before. Going for another pin. 2, and again. Malice is acting in ways I've never seen before. Looking to try and finish this off. She realizes now that this is getting very dangerous for her. But a reversal from Celestine. Oh, but Malice there continuing to bring the fight. Malice now going for a camel clutch here, but referee says that the legs are under the ropes. It's not going to work. Malice getting desperate, gripping the turnbuckles off to expose the metal. Oh my god, you know she is desperate to find anything she can to pull this one out. Oh, wait a moment, going up to the top rope here. What is Malice going to do? Oh, trying to go for a knee drop, but Celestine gets out of the way. Oh my god. Malice trying to stay in this. Goes for an Irish whip. Oh! Celestine got out of the way of the drop kick. And now Malice taking Celestine to the side of the ring. Oh, trying to brawl to the outside. But not going to happen. And now look at this. Celestine climbing to the top here. And tightrope walking. Look at that, the balance. Oh, right across the arm. Oh no, third time. Here we go, this is it. This is it. And that's going to do it, surely. Look at that, Malice falls to her knee. And she's done. She's done. She's unconscious. She's out. The bell has been rung. Celestine Inchborg is moving to the second round. That was a shocking display right there. We saw each time that move was applied, while it maybe didn't finish the match, each time Malice seemed to get less and less capable of finishing the match. Her ability, her power, her durability was pushed, tested, weakened every time that chokehold happened. I've got to say, that is a devastating finisher. It might not have the sheer ability to end a match, but the ability to wear the opponent out, to ruin them, that leads it in an entirely new category. Anyway, we move on to the final match of the first round of the World League Tournament for the women. It's Candice Matthews versus Untouchable. My goodness. Well, whoever wins this is going on to face, I think, Celestine Inchborg. I could be entirely wrong on that, but coming out now, it's Candice Matthews. Candice Matthews, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest submission wrestlers in the women's division. She has a great, she can work the arms like nothing else, and when she hits that cross arm breaker, the match is as good as over. Honestly, incredibly gifted in that ring. I think that she has got a lot of ability here. I think she could do really well. Now, saying that, it's going to be exceptionally difficult. She's going to have one of her toughest opponents to date. But Candice Matthews can keep on that strategy and not get too overwhelmed. She might genuinely have this. She's going to have to keep that confident demeanor she's got right now as well, of course. But I have a feeling that that is entirely possible. I am looking forward to this one. I cannot lie. This one's going to be good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The opponent. We've seen her. We saw her on the pre-show where she went through the entire competing Monroe family. She beat Helen Monroe. She beat Ms. Joyce Monroe. And she beat Boris Monroe. It's untouchable. Untouchable standing at 7 feet tall. One of the most devastating wrestlers we have ever seen. Untouchable. One of the most vicious competitors that's ever stepped foot in the squared circle. One of the biggest powerhouses of all time. Someone who can absolutely eviscerate her opponents. Gotta wonder what her state is after competing in the pre-show, but at the same time, you gotta think that Candice Matthews is actively thinking on how she's going to be able to walk away with the victory here. This is not going to be easy. This is going to be one of the most difficult matches Candice Matthews has ever had. Untouchable, looking ready to go here in the World League tournaments. This match genuinely could go either which way. The flames let loose like the fiery rage of Untouchable. Oh man, here we go. The match begins. Untouchable racing out of the gate, catching Candice Matthews with a big boot. Candice there looks shocked. I don't think she expected to be taken down quite like that. But now Candice Matthews, now that she knows what she's up against, going to bring some of her own ability here. And now look at this. Oh, snapping the arm. And Untouchable looks to try and put this one away early, it seems. Big power bomb. But Candice reaches for the ropes, gets that rope break. Oh, right across the back of the head. And now look at this. Candice Matthews right out of the gate seems to be being taken out of here. Look at this, choking the life out of her there. Candice Matthews needs to start turning things back in her favour here. Jawbreaker there. Today's Untouchable taking her into the corner there with that clothesline. But Untouchable springs back to her feet and delivers a clothesline of her own. And right now we are seeing an incredibly fast-paced match. Another jawbreaker from Candice Matthews, who races in, taking the arm out there. And Untouchable might be back on her feet, but nice. There we go with the uppercut, taking her off her feet. Now, going for the arm here. And Candice Matthews knows what she's doing here. Look at that, working the arm, working the leg. Ultimately wanting to focus more on the arm, of course. Look at that last thing she's holding on to before Untouchable manages to break free. Oh my goodness, into the turnbuckles. And Untouchable looks like she's feeling very proud of herself here. Untouchable almost certain she's going to come away with the victory here. And now just working the head over. This match has been shocking to say the very least. Nice jawbreaker. Oh, wait a minute. Cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker. Oh, my God. Does Candice Matthews have this match already? Untouchable. No. Untouchable with the escape there. Wow, you can see the way Untouchable was favouring her arm there. Still enough to keep on going. Still enough to grit and bear through it. But you got to think that Candice is working her way through. But will she have enough time to capitalise? Spinning side slam. 2. Oh, my God. Both of these two are closing in on ending each other in this match. Candice Matthews, that damage she's doing to the arm is quickly mounting up. Untouchable, the punishment she's doing is quickly mounting up. These two are closing in on each other. Really is a case of waiting to see who flinches first. And it might be Candice here. Here we go, up in the air. Big powerbomb. No, she's got the punches and she's escaped. That could have been the end right there for Candice Matthews in this match. For her in this tournament. And now Untouchable now needs to try and think of what to do now that Candice Matthews has managed to escape the powerbomb. Oh, but Untouchable being caught there with that kick from Candice. Candice going again for the cross arm breaker. You can tell Candice is just doing what she can to put this match away. Could this be the end? Untouchable trying to break free, but seems to be struggling. And I think Candice realised she was beginning to slip. Untouchable was beginning to slip away, so Candice had to let go. And that's given her the chance to really be able to keep the momentum in her favour. Smart move there by Candice, who seems to be figuring out who she's up against. Normally people don't seem to adapt well to Untouchable's rare breed of offense. And normally they cannot handle it. They get overwhelmed, and Untouchable usually puts them away really quickly. Candice, we've been seeing, however, has been actively adapting to Untouchable's offense, and now seems to be on the upper hand. She works the arm over. If she can get that cross arm breaker in again, she might do enough to make Untouchable tap out here. Now look at this. She keeps working the arms over. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, no. Look at the way they're twisting. Oh, my God. That's a lot of punishment. Untouchable getting to her feet. But I think Candice is ready to put this in the end. Oh, my God. Untouchable, that needed a midsection. Untouchable refusing to let this be the end. Keep in mind how close Untouchable has been to finishing this match off. That powerbomb had been hit earlier. I imagine this match would already be over. Oh, wait a minute. Catching her perfectly there. Nice shifting of the momentum. And now, what is this? Going for the legs here. Oh, my God. You got to think that that's to try and stop Untouchable from getting back up. And now, going for another armbar here. Look at this. And even the leg. Could she have Untouchable here? Untouchable struggling and managing to power out quite quickly there. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Try to go for, I think, oh my God, I don't know what Untouchable was planning, but I think she was going to try and put this away. But Candice Matthews is now ready to finish this off. Here we go, third time's the charm. Cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker. Could this be the end? And then you have it, a quick tap out victory. And that match right there was exceptional. In my opinion, the best match so far for the Women's World League Tournament. One of the highlights of the night. Untouchable and Candice Matthews absolutely were bringing each other to their limits. Both were so close to putting each other away. Untouchable just needed one more huge slam. Candice Matthews just needed that cross arm breaker. In the end, Candice was able to go for that cross arm breaker and put it away. Third time's the charm, and she's moving on to the second round. Massive kudos to her there, but that's the first rounds of the World League tournaments for the men's and women's out of the way. We've got plenty more action here for you tonight before we move on to the second round. Speaking of which, here we go. We have the Intercontinental Championship on the line up next. We're going to have the World League members have a bit of a rest before the second round, so we got some amazing action for you now. Cliff Cruz, the underdog, looks to go against Bruce Cannon Stubbs. Bruce Cannon Stubbs so far has successfully defended the championship at least once. Needs to defend it 6 times over 6 months, where he can then relinquish the Intercontinental Championship for a world title opportunity. He's got to beat Cliff Cruz here tonight to keep on that momentum. Otherwise, he'll have to start from scratch should he ever win the title again. Can Cliff Cruz, however, finally swing momentum in his favour after so long spent toiling away in the undercard? Can he finally have his big breakout moment here in World League 3? We're going to find out right now. Now this match is going to be very interesting. Honestly, I am excited to see how this one goes. I am excited for this one. This is two great, wrestlers going at it here. Two underrated wrestlers going at it, in my opinion. Now, first up, we have Cliff Cruz. Cliff Cruz, who has been around in VGIW since episode 1, who I think has always been a really good wrestler, but has just failed, just not been able to get that huge opportunity. He hasn't had it all fall into place, but that might be changing here tonight as he looks to take on Bruce Cannon Stubbs for the Intercontinental Championship. This would be the biggest win of his career so far if he can achieve this. Of course, saying that, it's much easier said than done, but I am willing to bet that Cliff Cruz is going to give it everything he's got here. I think either way, this is going to be another excellent matchup. Now, here we go with the Intercontinental Champion, Bruce Cannon Stubbs. Bruce Stubbs has been the champion for, well, let me just double check the mass. Actually, I like to try and remain on top of these things. At the last count, I believe he has held it for about 2 months. The way that it works is if you can hold that title for 6 months with 6 successful defenses, you can relinquish the Intercontinental Championship for a free world title opportunity. Now, Bruce Cannon Stubbs being brought down to the ring by Thomas Swole on the left. Coming up the rear is Alan Bannon. And right there in the center, the leader of Storm System Worldwide, Aaron Storm. Storm System Worldwide are absolutely a fearsome group of wrestlers who will do whatever they can to ensure victory. They'll cheat, they'll do whatever they can. I mean, those bodies of theirs, I'm not even against people necessarily bulking up like this, but when Storm System Worldwide try to pretend like that's all just skill that got them those bodies, you're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling anyone. That's what it is. It's the narcissism, it's the delusion that annoys me with them. But I cannot lie and say that they aren't successful, because they are. Aaron Storm has consistently proven his success in the ring. He's won the world title. He's, his wife Rebecca Storm, had the United Team Championships. Bruce Cannon Stubbs won Regal Rampage and is, our least current Intercontinental Champion. Thomas Swole made it to the finals of last year's World League Tournament, World League 2. Honestly, Storm System Worldwide, they are very much a successful faction. They have their falls, but you can't say that they haven't achieved their fair share of success in their time here in VGIW. We've seen many members come and go, such as Greg. But, man, look at that there. Laying out the title and soaking in the roar of the crowd. Though, I imagine they're leaning more towards Cliff Cruz. But still, Bruce almost reluctantly handing the championship over. Again, that might be the last time he gets to hold that belt, as Cliff Cruz has his eyes on it. He's got his heart set on winning that belt here tonight. Now, Cliff Cruz has had a problem of getting so close, so very close, and falling short at the end. Will that happen tonight? Nice series of blows. Oh, big chest chop there from Bruce Stubbs. And Bruce there with a neck breaker. Either way, I think this is going to be an exceptionally entertaining matchup. As now goes into the corner there with that Irish whip, but Cliff with the quick, nimble dodge. Nice belly-to-belly suplex there. And now Cliff Cruz in control, and he needs to stay on this here. He goes for a big neck breaker right there. Now kicking the back. Oh, Bruce right back on his feet though. And you saw the way he rolled there, was avoiding a potential offense there from Cliff Cruz. And that was smart. He is now in control once again. Now you think about the way Bruce Stubbs has quickly rose up the ranks. It's maybe not quite the same breakout story of the likes of Katsuyori Machida and Xander Horus, but he has absolutely been on the consistently on the cusp of World Championship glory. It's a very different story to that of Cliff Cruz, who has been trying to start rising the ranks and just hasn't quite made it. Meanwhile, Bruce, much newer to VGIW, and yet has shot up the rankings and is so close to getting to the very top. Now Cliff Cruz here being worked on with that headlock. It's a good chance of Bruce Stubbs to get his breath back, consider a game plan, and at the same time wear Cliff down. It keeps you in the... normally it keeps you in control and gives you a chance to consider what to do instead of, breaking away from your opponent where they'll also recover. Now here we go with a monkey flip there. Look at that. Oh, nearly sent them into the arms of Thomas and Aaron there. Cliff Cruz now racing up to the top rope. Cliff Cruz could be about to go high here. He's calling for Bruce here to get to his feet. This is going to hit hard. Oh my goodness. Now I should point out for the record, because it wasn't pointed out in the match thing, I just realised, but it is a 2 out of 3 falls match. We might edit that in post to say that. But this is 2 out of 3 falls, so this is really going to be 2 people pushing themselves to the limits here in this match. Nice work there by Bruce. And look at that. Oh my god. I have got to hand it to them. The strength of Storm System Worldwide is genuinely impressive. It's very scary, but it's also just extremely impressive. Pinfall, but only a 1 count. There is no end in sight. This match far from over, but Bruce, he's considering what he needs to do as he goes up to the top rope, but Cliff caught him right in that head. Great work right there by Cliff Cruz. Now Cliff Cruz going for that monkey flip once again. Oh, no. There you go. Great work there by Cliff Cruz. And now look at this, going for the Rings of Saturn. And there you see it. Nice work. Could he have Bruce here? He needs to get that first fall quickly, because if he does that, he immediately has put himself in such a good position. The person who gets the first fall is in such an advantageous position, because they only need 1 more victory, while the opponent's going to need to still get all 2. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. Whoa, Cliff Cruz turning it around there. That was brilliant right there. Oh, and look at that, Cliff Cruz rubbing it in the face of Bruce Stubbs. Oh my goodness. Oh, right in the small of the back there. Honestly, I always feel worried whenever Storm System Worldwide come out in a pack, because you almost can guarantee that there's going to be some shenanigans. Sometimes there isn't, but I don't trust when the likes of Aaron Storm, Thomas Swole, Alan Bannon, when they're at ringside, it usually means something's going to happen. Cliff Cruz now going for a big neck breaker again. Nice work there. Going for the pinfall. Wait a moment. Thomas Swole's got the attention of the referee. Now this is what I was talking about. Cliff Cruz maybe was about to get the first pinfall, and Thomas Swole stopped that from happening. Anything to buy an advantage here. And look at this. Bruce now breaking out of the Rings of Saturn there. Cliff Cruz is not going to get that tap out. They are always looking to try and give each other that advantage. And given that they are, admittedly, quite good, it just makes them all the more dangerous in that ring. Cliff Cruz, though, had that vicious boot to the face, and now... he's going for something huge here. Lifting up Bruce. But Bruce! With the roll-up! The referee! Going for the pin here. 2. Oh, wait a minute, Cliff! Cliff, reverse it! 2! Oh my god! 2.5. That was very, very close to getting that free count. Wait a moment now. Bruce Stubbs gonna drive it down. Boom! Just like that. Great work by Bruce Stubbs. These two are getting phenomenally close to beating each other here. Oh, wait a minute, Bruce. Oh, almost bonked the referee over. Cliff trying to roll away, but I don't think he's made enough distance. Here we go, infinite gaze. Oh my God. Like I said, infinite gaze version 2, the moon stomp. And now, 1, 2. Oh, Cliff Cruz just barely hanging in there. He looks at Aaron. He can't believe it. I don't think Aaron can either. But Aaron, look at this, Aaron, telling him to finish the job. And I think he's just about to do so. Here we go, up in the air. And now, showing what Bruce can do, a combination of strength and agility. And now, 1, 2. Oh my God! Cliff Cruz there, staying in the match, staying in the action. Bruce is not done though. Bruce climbing up to the top rope. Goes for a big body splash from the top. And now going again. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. That is phenomenally close. Once again. But Cliff, look at that as he rises to his feet. He continues to fight back. Oh, he's picked up Bruce. What is he doing? Oh, backbreaker. But wait a minute. Thomas Swole has just challenged Cliff Cruz. He's trash talking and he's got Cliff's attention. Bruce is getting up. Oh my God. He has just given Bruce a chance to bounce back. Oh my God. You've got to stay focused in a match like this. Cliff, you cannot afford... Oh, wait a moment. Oh, my God! Lights out! Oh, my God, that's it. No, not again! Thomas Swole! Oh, the Thomas Swole got the attention of the referee again. Cliff staying on top, though. Bruce, his chances are running out. And the referee has just told Thomas Swole he has got to go. He has got to leave. And Thomas Swole making his way backstage, but there's still Aaron Storm. There is still Alan Bannon. But Cliff Cruz there, fighting with everything he's got. He's in control. No matter how you look at it, there is a chance either one of these two could still win. Wait a moment, look at this. Oh, wow! Perfectly delivered, perfectly executed. Bruce Stubbs back in control of the match. But Cliff Cruz continues to fight with everything he's got. Now look at this as Cliff goes for the legs. Wait a minute. Oh, a surfboard! Oh my God, the arms, the legs, Bruce got nowhere to go. But Cliff, that's going to take a lot of effort. Oh my God, Bruce managed to escape. You can't keep that move on for long. But in this case, Cliff didn't have to worry about that. He had to worry about Bruce. And wow, that was an amazing feat of athleticism to be able to roll out of that. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, caught him with that power slam. And now, 1, 2, 3. And the first fall goes to Bruce, the Bruce Cannon Stubbs. Oh, and this looks like it's the end. This looks like it's the end for Cliff Cruz. And he's got to be careful because the jackals are watching. The vultures of Aaron Storm. Oh my God. Oh, wow. That shoulder thrust sending Cliff tumbling outside. Aaron, you better back up. Oh, look at this as they brawl on the outside now. But look at this. Back and forth. Those fists of flight. Cliff, though, getting right back in the ring. I think that punch really shook him. All the damage is mounting, and I think that Bruce is starting to reach his limits. 2 out of 3 falls matches always push people beyond what they're used to. 2 out of 3 falls matches, you know, you're already going to put all your limit. You're going to put every bit of energy into that first fall. Then you've got potentially 2 or 4 falls after that. It can be a nightmare to deal with. Oh, Cliff Cruz getting back in the ring now. He picks Bruce up, and Bruce getting round the back. And now, look at this. Oh, that is a nasty landing. Nasty landing indeed for Cliff Cruz. And Cliff might be closing in on the loss here. As Bruce goes for that big clothesline right there. And driving with the arms down. Now, as he climbs to the top rope, I think we're going to see it once again. Here we go. Infinite gaze. Oh, Cliff's got out of the way. Cliff's got out of the way. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, is Cliff going to go what I think he's going for? I think he is. This move, if it is what I think it is, he's beaten the likes of Ace the Tank Bakke before. Ace the Tank Bakke being a limitless champion. Here we go. Oh, he's busted him open. He's busted him open. The blood is flowing. But he's not done. He wants to ensure victory here. That was already enough in my opinion. Oh, Bruce dodged it. But I don't think it matters. Look at that bridging suplex. 1, 2. No, my God, you're kidding me. Cliff, I think he tried to take a risk there, not going for the pin. Oh, look at Bruce soaking in the boos of the crowd. I think Cliff Cruz almost certainly had a free count after hitting that DDT, but I think he panicked. I think he was scared of what might happen if he doesn't hit, that he might still kick out. But honestly, unfortunately, by waiting, he might have lost a golden opportunity to get his first fall in this match. I think, that panicking, anything can happen in pro wrestling, but Cliff, I think he really lost a golden opportunity not going for that pin. Oh my God, what a super kick. Ow, bridging German suplex. 1, 2, oh, Bruce again kicking out. But that was a very lethargic kick out. I think Cliff is closing in. If Bruce doesn't start mounting a comeback, I think Cliff might go 1-to-1 with him. Oh, but look at this Bruce though. He might be losing energy, but he's not out. Big drop kick right there. Oh, look at this. Bruce with a giant swing. Look at that, showing off that strength as he swings Cliff Cruz around like he's nothing at all. And there we go, that might be the end of Cliff Cruz. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, oh my God, Cliff Cruz kicking out. And Bruce is getting furious now. Cliff Cruz going for an arm drag as he looks to try and bounce back here. Buys himself a little bit of time. Face first into the turnbuckle now. Oh, but Bruce finding his way out. Oh, wait a moment. Look at this. Moonsault from the middle rope. Going for the pin now. 1, 2. Oh, my God. We nearly had a successful defense of the Intercontinental Championship right there. But Cliff refusing to die. But Bruce continuing the assault here. This has been a relentless match. Oh my God, he's going to try again to hit Infinite Gaze. Wait, no, he's going for the body splash. Oh my God. He probably would have had a better landing if he went for Infinite Gaze. 1, 2. Oh my God, 2 count right there. Bruce Stubbs still in this, but it is not looking good right now. Wait a minute, Cliff Cruz here. Oh, look at that. Showing that he's still got plenty of energy in the tank. Showing that he's still got a lot left to give. But Bruce also showing that he can still keep on going. It's like competing battery brands here. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Big German suplex right there from Bruce Stubbs. Bruce now dragging Cliff. Center of the ring. Oh, here we go. Pinfall now. 1, 2. Oh my God. Think about this. Bruce just has to make one pin here to successfully defend the title. It is that close. Cliff has fought so hard, but he is up against incredibly poor odds here. Here we go. Irish whip into the corner now. Cliff Cruz. Oh, I think he's going to go for it again. I think he needs to stick to his guns here. He needs to remain brave. He knows this one can win him the match. He's just got to go for the pin. Oh my God, he's not finished. He is determined. I think he's... Oh, wait a minute, it looks like it's going to work this time. Lights out. Oh, that's it, Cliff Cruz. Surely, after all that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 1-1 now. It's 1-1. Cliff Cruz and Bruce Stubbs. One of these two men are going to walk away the winner. They just need that one more pinfall, just that one more tap out. Goes for a pin. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, normally they go for a pin when they do that move. My apologies. Bruce Stubbs now. Irish whip. He looks to close in here with that big stinger splash. My God, Cliff Cruz, he is so close to becoming our next Intercontinental Champion. He just needs to put this away. I think he's putting together how he's going to do that, but look at that. The energy from these two men is drained. They are running on empty. They are running on fumes. Here we go, pinfall though. Only a 1 count. They may be running on fumes, but Bruce is not going to stay down for a 3 count. Just because he's not got the energy to fight as hard as he did in the beginning. You can see, oh, nice work there by Bruce. And I think Bruce might now be looking for infinite gaze. Here we go. Look at this, right on the spine. Oh, Cliff Cruz. That's it. That's it. No. Oh my God. Cliff Cruz. He kicked out straight away! Oh my God, what is Bruce going to do? He's calling for Cliff to get to his feet. I'm surprised Cliff can stand after that. Wait a minute. Oh my God! No way! No way! He reversed it! 1, 2, 3! Cliff Cruz, your new Intercontinental Champion! That was incredible! That was unlike anything I'd ever expected to see. These two, I know they're great wrestlers. I've been saying it since the day 1. But that was beyond anything I could have expected. Honestly, spectacular work right there by both men. Cliff Cruz, I thought, despite his fighting, I thought right at the end we were going to see the same old tale where he falls right at the end, but he pulled it out. Of the rabbit out of the hat. He did what I don't think anyone expected to see. Congratulations for Cliff Cruz for the biggest win to date of his career. I am so happy for him. After all this time of me touting how good he has finally had this huge moment here at World League 3. What a momentous occasion right here. Can he make it the 6 months challenge for the world title next? Anyway, we're moving on now to the female equivalent with the global championship on the line as Natalie Reid challenges Ms. Joyce Monroe. Here we go. We have got a really massive experience difference here. Natalie Reid, new to VGIW. Ms. Joyce Monroe, the oldest VGIW roster member, easily got the most experience in that ring. This is going to be very interesting to watch here. On the one hand, Natalie Reid, one of the most powerful wrestlers I've ever seen, incredibly strong. When I watch her backstage, in the gym, working out, when I'm watching the wrestlers go, Natalie is a terrifying specimen to behold. But, you know, how is she going to do when Ms. Joyce Monroe has the better technique? Ms. Joyce Monroe is obviously going to have the better technique due to that experience. This really is this could go down to anything here. If Natalie Reid takes control, how will Ms. Joyce Monroe endure? But if Ms. Joyce Monroe takes control, how will Natalie Reid be able to answer a veteran who has spent decades wrestling? It really is like such an incredibly difficult question to answer. The only way we can find out is when that bell rings. But I think Natalie Reid, regardless of whether or not she wins tonight, has a long, promising career ahead of her. But now, coming out of the ring, being led, being backed by her granddaughter Helen Monroe and her son-in-law Boris Monroe. Here comes Ms. Joyce Monroe. And call her the Lady of Wrestling, Lady of Intense Wrestling. She has been through it all. Back in the days of terrific Texas wrestling, she was the ladies champion far longer than anyone else, especially cumulatively. Despite the fact that she's in the twilight years, you know, I can't imagine she's going to be here too much longer before retirement kicking in, before deciding to go for retirement. But she's proven that she still has the know-how. She still has a surprising amount of endurance. And the Monroes, when they get going, they can do some crazy stuff. So I think she is going to make these last few years the absolute best of her entire career. That's a bold claim, of course, from me, but I mean, if you've seen some of her matches, you know that she's still got a lot to give. But she's going to have to give a lot as well if she's going to try and work around Natalie Reid. Like I said, Natalie, a terrifying freak of nature. When it comes to just that strength, that power, Natalie Reid is going to have to wrestle this match more than she's ever done before. And there you see Miss Joyce Monroe. Almost like a friendly challenge there to Natalie. Miss Joyce Monroe, obviously she knows that she's in the twilight years. She's not going to delude herself like some people. She's not going to be like that, you know, she is the man at 73 years old. She's not going to be like that kind of person. She knows that her time is coming to an end. She knows that the next generation is hungrier than ever. But Ms. Joyce Monroe, she's not going to give up that easily. She wants them to prove that they deserve this. You work for everything here in professional wrestling. Oh man. So if Natalie wants this as bad as she says she does, she's got to back it up in the ring here. In what is going to be technically one of the more difficult matches Natalie has ever dealt with. As Miss Joyce Monroe, you see there, very quick escape. Natalie trying to go for something a bit more technical with that armbar than I'm used to seeing from her. There we go, that's the Natalie Reid I'm used to seeing. And Miss Joyce Monroe could be in a spot of trouble here as Natalie Reid gets to work, picking her up in the air. Oh, throwing it down with that rib breaker. Miss Joyce Monroe though getting right back to her feet, showing that she's not going to go down that easily. But Natalie is like, no, 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 I insist. Now look at this. Lifting her up in the air. And boom, driving her down. Dragging Miss Joyce Monroe, looking to get an early victory here. Only a one count. Natalie, you're going to have to do more than that to beat Joyce. Oh, here we go. The Lady of VGIW. Slowly working the limbs there. She could get a quick tap-out victory if she wants. Nice fireman's carry right there. You're seeing what I'm saying here. This is very much a case of a technical wrestler versus a powerhouse. And we're seeing how this works. Oh my god, oh, face first into the turnbuckles. Miss Joyce Monroe saw the opportunity. Again, she's incredibly smart. She knows what she's doing. Oh, wait a moment, look at that though. Blimey. Not going to be as powerful as Natalie, but trying to show that she can do a bit of powerhousery herself. Go for pinfall, but not even got a chance for the referee's hand to hit the mat. But wait a minute, roll up, 1, 2, no, Natalie kicks out there. Oh my god, right back up again, and another rib breaker. That cuts the oxygen for just a moment. It causes so much pain to the midsection, to the ribs. You've got to be, it's a slow recovery there. Even as Miss Joyce Monroe fights back, you've got to think that she's going to be taking a moment to get her breath back. Oh, she tried to burst forth there, but Natalie saw it coming, and now Irish Whip into the corner here. What has Natalie got planned for Miss Joyce Monroe? Oh, wait a minute. Irish Whip sends her to the outside. And Natalie, wait a moment. Oh, Helen backing away. And baseball slide. Oh my god, sends her rolling back. That's a lot of punishment that is being dealt to Miss Joyce Monroe right there by Natalie Reid. You've got to wonder, if this keeps up, how much more can Miss Joyce Monroe endure? I've been bigging up how good Miss Joyce Monroe is in that ring, but she is old. She is not as tough as she is tough still, but she's nowhere near as tough as she used to be. Age takes its toll on people. Oh my god, I was saying about the durability. Here's what I was saying. She is a crazy old lady. There's no way she's going to do this again. No way. No, my god. Oh my god. Miss Joyce Monroe, this crazy old lady, just with a superplex to the outside. That's insanity. The fact that she can do that. I think that was sending a message right there. Don't expect me to go down that easily. Just because you're strong, just because you're powerful. I've been through so much in my day. I've taken so many shots in my day. You think you're going to stop me that easily? Oh man, but look at that, Natalie is back on her feet. This really is two tough women just destroying each other right here. Natalie there, being hit with that uppercut, and now going for a neck breaker. Oh, that was delivered with a bit of sting to it, honestly. And now, I think Miss Joyce Monroe's not going to finish it here. Here we go. She's waiting. She's waiting for the moment here. What is she waiting for? Oh, look at that. She wanted Natalie to wake up and feel these. Oh, my God. That is definitely an attempt to get into her head there. And I think now Miss Joyce Monroe going to look to finish this off. No, Natalie still refusing. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. Natalie. Pump and power slam! Oh, that might have done it. I think she's done it. Just like that, she might have just taken out Miss Joyce Monroe. Only a 1 count. Only a 1 count. This is a remarkable display. Oh my God. That is incredible. But now, Miss Joyce Monroe about to be decimated with a huge problem. You saw she tried to go for Hurricane Rana, but look at that, gripping the outfit. Oh my God. But Miss Joyce Monroe still not out. That is incredible right there. That is insanity. That Miss Joyce Monroe is still going after all that. Oh my God, and she might have done it! She might have just successfully defended the Global Championship! Oh my God. They say age is just a number. Despite what you freaks on the internet think, it is meant to be for old people like this, proving that they can defy the years. That is absolutely incredible. Miss Joyce Monroe, you would not think she's as old as she is, the way that she continues to wrestle. My God, this brawl is getting intense here. No pun intended. But my God, oh no, do you think about, oh my God, teasing that there. There we go, count of 6, they gotta be careful, back in the ring now. Oh my God. And now look at this, submission attempt, but it's too close to the ropes. Look at that, Natalie's got her arm wrapped around that rope. And the referee tells her to break it up, but maybe the damage has been done. This is absolutely remarkable either way. Going for the pin now. 1. Oh my God, how are they still going? How are these two still going? It's genuinely incredible. Oh, look at it. Boom! Taking down Natalie Reid here. Bringing her to her feet. But Natalie with the uppercut. Who is going to break first? It's genuinely a question I can't figure out the answer to. Because while Natalie definitely hits harder, Ms. Joyce Monroe has kept in control for such a large chunk of this match. That experience meaning that she's slowly chipping away. Wait a minute. Taking her over to pin. I'm guessing a pinner. Wait a minute. Ms. Joyce Monroe. Oh my God. Ms. Joyce Monroe trying to cheat to win there. Oh my God. But Natalie Reid still kicking out. That shows the power that Natalie Reid possesses. The fact that she can still kick out. Massive clothesline there. Brutal. And now look at this. Oh, over the shoulders there. And now going for a spine buster. And Ms. Joyce Monroe might be down and out. Never mind. But Natalie Reid definitely leaving a mark there. Jawbreaker. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, big Russian leg sweep there. Natalie Reid's, gotta be careful. Ms. Joyce Monroe's gonna pull out every trick in the book here. But man, it is, we're watching someone who's got a lot of ring spots dealing with an unstoppable force here, it feels like. Oh, that landing has gotta hurt. That big elbow strike. Into the corner now. Oh, right to the back of the head there. And that massive elbow drop. Ms. Joyce Monroe might be in trouble now. Irish whip into the corner. Natalie Reid, what is she going to do to Ms. Joyce Monroe here? Oh, this is going to get nasty, I feel. Look at this. Climbing to the top. Wait a moment. No. Think about this, Natalie. Think about this. Oh my God! Oh! Power bomb from the top! That's gotta do it. 1, 2. Oh my God! Somehow, some way, Ms. Joyce Monroe is still going. That is remarkable. But I think she's running low now. Running on fumes. Look at this. No definitive way of dealing with Natalie there. Just trying to slow her down. She's got to come up with something huge here if she wants to stop Natalie Reid. And I don't know if she's got that in her now after everything. Look at this. Oh my God, no way. No. My goodness. The power of Natalie Reid is something else. No. I've got to give it to Ms. Joyce Monroe. She's endured a lot. Oh, she's not going to endure this. Here it comes. Natalie Reid's going to finish it off with that spear. Oh, my God. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new global champion. My goodness me. Now, we saw a lot in that match. We saw how Ms. Joyce Monroe still has so much ring smart about her that she was able to stay steps ahead of Natalie Reid for a large chunk of the match. And a lot of the time we saw the surprising endurability that we rarely see, but have seen. If I had a nickel for every time an old lady has endured ridiculous amounts of punishment in wrestling, I'd have 2 nickels. But Natalie Reid showing that she is the future. This is a monumental occasion, and it signals with that and the tournament by Donna Schmidt and Ellis Savage that we truly do have a new era of women's wrestling on the horizon. We're going to be seeing a lot of developments, I feel. The women's roster continuing to grow, continuing to flourish. And we're going to see more people rising to the top. Sophia Muller better be careful, because she's going to lose that title sooner than she knows it. Now we move on to the second round of the men's VGIW World League Tournament as Hardcore Hank takes on Kane Randleman. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. The World League Tournament is always a must-see occasion, in my opinion. Wow, with that said, Hardcore Hank, the world champion, still in the running here. Now, I'm trying to think, has the world champion ever successfully defended their title throughout World League? I do not believe so. If memory serves correct, the Reaper went in World League 1. The winner was Hardcore Hank. Then the second World League tournament, Hardcore Hank was the champion, and the winner was Wade Danielson. Now, the winners of World League tournaments always prove to be people who are always, who are major players in VGIW, whether in that moment or later down the line. Hardcore Hank, if he becomes the first person to successfully defend the title through World League, that could be really incredible. Saying that, he does have this man to beat, who I think him and Terry Durr they're like ticking time bombs of success in my opinion. Kane Randleman and Terry Durr, both incredible wrestlers. I've gone on about how good the likes of Cliff Cruz is. I've gone on about how good the likes of Bruce Stubbs are. Kane Randleman and Terry Durr, they have the ability to really shoot up the rankings. If they become a tag team again, I fear for the likes of the Hagans. I fear for the likes of Showtime, because they'd be up against some of the stiffest competition I've ever seen. It would really rocket the tag scene. Saying that right now, they seem to be going on their own paths in the singles divisions. But you can see Kane Randleman, gold medalist, making his way to the ring. He has had some he's incredibly strong, able to suplex his opponents with such ease. It's always fun to watch him go. But man, this is going to be an incredible fight. No matter which way it goes, I'm looking forward to this one. Hank there. Can Kane topple the world champion bell big rings? And there you see Hank racing in. And look at that, already gloating that he's got this match won. It's way too early to call that, Hank. But if he can remain in control, of course, he may just he will likely end up winning this. Kane needs to gain some control. Look at this, making a quick escape there from that camel clutch. Hank here. Look at that. Oh my God, Kane Randleman. Great work right there, showcasing the strength. Big chest job right there. And now look at this, bringing him down with that spine buster. Oh, this is looking bad for Hank right now in the early goings of this match, as Kane Randleman looks to work, Hank getting him in some trouble here, going for a pinfall here. Could this be the end early on? No, only a 1 count. I had a feeling. But of course, you think about what these two have been through in their previous matches. Of course, there is always the chance this match will end quickly. Oh, wait a minute. Release belly to belly suplex. Did that effortlessly. Now we know what happens when Kane Randleman's looking to finish things off. He goes for that spider suplex from the top rope. Oh, look at this, Hank though. Hank now. Look at this. Oh my God. And then he goes for that, I believe it's a moonsault or shooting star press. I can't quite remember right now, but look at that. Oh man, Hank has a meaty. And now flipping off Kane. Disrespect from the world champion. But of course, Hank believes that nobody is on his level, and with a world-class offense like this, oh my God, it's hard to think of many people who are. Now bringing Kane Randleman back to his feet. Oh, wait a moment, I think he's looking to finish here with a powerbomb, center of the ring. He's taking it a moment to soak in. I think he wants to prove that he could beat Kane for more than a 3 count. He's delaying it. But Kane there, getting back to his feet. Hank wasted too much time. This is the thing with Hank. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care what you've done. The fact of the matter is, to him, you are lesser. And he will gladly humiliate you. He will gladly make you seem inferior. And right now he is doing that to Kane Randleman, who looks to try and fight back here. Nice big drop kick. And Hank now rolling out of the ring. And Kane in hot pursuit. He is not about to let Hank get away. He's not about to let Hank try and dodge out of this. Takes him into the table. Now, of course, they've got to be careful of the ref's count. They do not want to run the risk of being counted out and losing here.
Oh, nice combat roll by Hank here. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. Oh my god, the Emerald Flosion! The spiked Emerald Flosion! 1, 2, 3! And there you have it. Hank is moving on to the finals of the World League Tournament. When I said, Hank, is he going to be the first world champion to successfully defend the title? Maybe that was prophetic, because right now, my word, what a fight there. Kane Randleman, he was going, but I don't think he was ever able to get out of first gear, because Hank was relentless as ever. When I'm hyping up someone like Kane Randleman, and Hank can handle them like that, it goes to show what I mean about how Hank is something else entirely. Superhuman, as I've always said. Could he remain our world champion as he heads into the final? Well, we're going to find out in a moment who his opponent's going to be in said final. But I gotta say, it is going to be a tough match for whoever has the, well, fortunate or unfortunate duty of taking on the world champion. Next up, the second half of round 2, Biohazard looks to take on the Phantom. Both of these wrestlers seem to have something to prove here. Now, Biohazard has history with Hardcore Hank. I've mentioned it before, Hardcore Hank tried to take Biohazard out, tried to put him on the shelf in fact. He came back as Donovan Hazard. He proved to be a threat in that ring. Never quite broke into the top echelons, but has proven to be a tough force to be, he revitalized his career essentially. But now, back to his roots as Biohazard. I don't yet know the reasoning, but I am going to, as soon as I'm able to, try to get word from Donovan, my apologies. But I think it does have something to do with Hardcore Hank. I think it's intentional. Now, of course, with his growth as Donovan Hazard, I think he's going to be very dangerous to deal with, but we got to think about this man right here. Someone who got to this point by beating a former world champion, the Phantom. Now, while he did in fact get help from Blood and Gore, who attacked the Reaper earlier in the night, the Phantom still coming away with that all-important victory. The Phantom, he is a mighty force in that ring. Incredibly calculating, incredibly smart. The Phantom is known for being one to not mess with, because it could all go wrong for you in a heartbeat. The Phantom with that grim expression. I gotta say, Biohazard, he's going to have to think carefully on how he goes about this match, because one wrong move, and I guarantee you that the Phantom will capitalize and end this match so quickly. If he hits Cataclysm, that is going to do it. Cataclysm, that moment when the Phantom gets some supernatural strength. It doesn't matter how big you are, that's the one move he can hit on anyone. Now here we go. Oh, nice work there by Biohazard there. Oh, he's calling Phantom, and Phantom there with the uppercut. Big headbutt right there. Remember, the winner of this match goes to the final. Face Hardcore Hank for the World Championship. The top prize in VGIW. The title that everyone fights for. When you sign up, when you sign up for the men's division, that is what you're going for. That VGIW World Championship. I mean, the women have their own World Championship. That's what they sign up for. You sign up, if you're signing up for VGIW, you want to be our World Champion. But only a few ever get to hold that belt. Maybe one of these two will be that lucky person. One of them has got to win this match, and one of them has got to beat Hank. Now that 2 count was very close there, but not enough to stop the Phantom. Look at that. Biohazard right now in full control at the moment, but he's got to not let Phantom... Oh, there we see it. The Phantom immediately taking control. Biohazard rolls out of the ring here. Wait a minute, the Phantom rising up to the top rope. He might make a dive. Oh my god, lands it perfectly. Taking Biohazard down. Oh, look at this. Going for a choking STO. And this is what I was saying. The Phantom, now that he's in control, it's going to be difficult for Biohazard. But Biohazard refusing to stay out. As they brawl back and forth here. Oh, wait a minute. Big clothesline there from the Phantom, who races back into the ring. My gosh. Biohazard at the count of 6. Look at this. He's dragging the Phantom back out. The referee's going to have to restart the count now. He got to the count of 7, but there you see it, back to the beginning. Now, of course, as we see here, Biohazard back in control, busting open the Phantom, cracking his skull on those steel steps. The Phantom trying to get some space here. The Biohazard in hot pursuit here. Oh, look at this. Going for a big backdrop. No, never mind. Look at that. Pinfall. 1, 2. And a kick out right there, but that was so phenomenally close. Good lord. Oh! Super kick. Oh my god. The Biohazard fell. He fell too. Oh man. You can tell that Biohazard's really feeling the effect of having to wrestle 2 matches in a row. But you've got to imagine the Phantom's feeling those same effects as well. Look at this now, going for that chin lock. He knew he couldn't win. Despite his fact his super kicks have won in matches, he lost he lost that crucial time having to try and recover. So now he's got to try and rethink his plan here as he heads into this one. Oh, wait a minute, the Phantom. Oh, cracking the jaw of Biohazard. Now kick to the midsection there. Irish whip from Biohazard. Look at this. Oh, I think he was going for the atomic bomb, but Bannon managed to fight his way out of it. What is the... Oh, man. Both brawling out of the corner there. Getting the arm. Oh, man. Right in the face. Big clothesline there from the Phantom. And Biohazard felt like a ton of bricks. Wait a minute. Oh, my God. The Phantom. He's about to put it away here. Oh, here we go. Cataclysm! Oh, and it hits. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, you are kidding me. How in the world did that not end it? If that was the closest 2.9 I think I've ever seen. The Phantom, though, despite the frustrations, is refusing to let that keep him down as he goes to the top rope. He's calling for Biohazard to get to his feet. Big crossbody, but he's caught by Biohazard. With a fall away slam. Oh my god, Biohazard proving that he can still keep on going, keep on fighting. As they go on the outside now. Oh man. Nice dodge there. But this is a back and forth display right now. Both men exhausted. Both men tired. But both men refusing to back out of this. The world title means too damn much. Like I said, the top prize. This is the most important thing in these men's careers. Absolutely remarkable. Man. Now look at that, back in. And now Irish whip. Man, this fight has gone on without an end in sight. Oh man, look at this. Boom, with that leg drop. And he's not done yet. So he hits another leg drop. Hulk Hogan, eat your heart out. But look at that, he has to take a moment to breathe. This has taken so much out of him. And now driving a knee down into the ring mat. Big super kick. And he collapses on the Phantom. 1, 2. Oh, but still not enough to put the match away. The Phantom with that arm drag. Both of these men have brought each other to their limits, I feel. Now, big smashing blow there, busting open Biohazard. Both of these men, whoever wins, they're going to have to get themselves sorted out with a Doctor. The famous are there from Biohazard. My God. Wait a moment. He's going to go a step beyond the Atomic Bomb. The Atomic Bomb always wins in matches, but he's going a step beyond with the Gamma Spike. Oh my God. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. 1, 2, 3. And Biohazard is going to be facing Hardcore Hank in the finals of the World League Tournament. That is incredible right there. What a performance. Gotta say, both these men brought each other to their limit, but that's gotta make you think, how will Biohazard handle facing Hank after all of that? That was still an incredible showing either way. Biohazard showing that he is determined to become our next world champion. Will we see a new champion, or will Hank prove to be the first person to successfully defend the title? Now, I'd like to apologise. We are facing some technical difficulties as we set up for the second round of the women's tournament. We do appreciate your patience in this time. Now here we go, the second round of the Women's World League Tournament as Rebecca Storm looks to take on the world champion, Sophia Muller. Now, Sophia Muller going to be the favourite for this tournament for sure after everything she's managed to do in her time in the women's division. Honestly, it's going to be tough for Rebecca Storm here. Especially as she comes out alone. No help from Zivang Zhang. She's got to do this all by herself. And you know that's not going to be easy. You're facing one of the top wrestlers in VGIW. Rebecca Storm, someone who normally is, while she's got the brawn, she has definitely got, she definitely relies on her brains to get her through this stuff. But she's going to have little options heading into this match. While I normally like to think that anyone can stand a chance in winning a match, gotta be honest, this one's going to be a tough one. I'm leaning towards Sophia Muller here. Rebecca Storm, booming with confidence as ever, of course, as we'd expect from a Storm. The Storm family, they are, well, maybe confidence isn't the word. Anyway, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here comes the world champion. And maybe, like Hardcore Hank, I think almost definitely, like Hardcore Hank, could be standing to successfully defend the championship. Sophia Muller has run rampant through the women's division. The women's division continuing to grow, continuing to improve. The people she's faced before are better now than they were then. Undoubtedly, someone eventually has to beat Sophia Muller and keep her off that pedestal. But for now at least, Sophia Muller has gotten very well used to the top. She's gotten very well used to being one of the best of the best. And I don't think she intends to back down anytime soon. This is one of the most terrifying individuals you'll ever see. Unbridled power, unbridled technical ability. When it comes to getting in the ring with Sophia, she will overwhelm you. She will dominate you. She can take you out with the Alabama Slam or the Kimura, where you could risk having your arm broken. Sophia, you don't want to get in a ring with Sophia. Straight up, if you're told that you're booked against Sophia Muller, you book the next plane ticket out of the country. You call up Mr. and Mrs. Muller and you beg them for forgiveness. You beg them to get Sophia off your case. Here we go, though. Rebecca Storm trying to show that egotism. But the match begins. She rushes over. Big drop kick. Picture perfect there. Taking down Sophia Muller. And Sophia rolls out of the ring. Rebecca, they're laughing at Sophia. But she'll be laughing at the other side of her face after that one. Good lord. Now look at this. Gator roll from Sophia Muller. She goes, look at that. Just wrenching the head there. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Rebecca Storm being deadlifted up in the air, driven back down to earth. Dragging Rebecca now, center of the ring. Oh no, look at this. Punching her away. Rebecca's got nowhere to run, nowhere to... I know! The elbow strikes to the skull. Rebecca Storm has got to be feeling a lot of pain right now. Sophia now looks like she's going for a camel clutch. That has tapped people out in the past. Rebecca Storm managing to break free there. Good work there by Rebecca Storm. She's got to really mount a comeback here if she wants to win this one. This is not going to be easy. Oh, as evidenced by the fact Sophia Muller back in control once again. Look at this. Oh, wait a minute. Rebecca Storm there fighting back. And now bringing... Oh my god. Hitting her own finisher. But oh my god. A quick kick out. Now, of course, her ultimate finisher is the one that she took from her husband, the alley-up facebuster. That's the ultimate way that the Storms like to take their opponents out. But man, the fact that that was an instant kick out is a terrifying thing. Wait a moment. Rebecca Storm here. Oh my god, Rebecca looking for coast to coast, I think. No way. Oh my god, and she hits it. My word. Dragging her away from the corner. Look at that. You can see Rebecca. She is exhausted already after having already fought a match, and now she's fighting the world champion. Oh my god. She's looking to put Sophia Muller away. Look at this. Alley-oop face buster. And Sophia Muller might be out. Oh my god, there is no way. 1, 2. Oh. Yeah. I had a feeling it was not going to be that easy. Jawbreaker there from Sophia Muller. Oh, bowling her over. And now, look at this. Big clothesline from Rebecca Storm. But look at this. This is so difficult. Oh, deflecting there. But look at that back and forth right now. Rebecca Storm proving to be difficult. Oh, no. The Kimura. Oh, my God. I can't tell if she just broke Rebecca Storm's arm or not. But the way that Rebecca Storm just went like that. Oh, that's over. We need a doctor. I don't like the Storm system, but we might need to get a doctor out here. Sophia Muller might have just went too far in ensuring that she makes it to the finals. I don't like Rebecca, I don't like Aaron, but that is... I would never wish that. We need some doctors out here to check on Rebecca. Oh my god. Well, Sophia Muller, you see again, oh god, that twitch, I think she might have actually broken Rebecca's arm. I genuinely... Oh my god, that is genuinely tough. That is awful. How can someone be so cold? We've got doctors now checking on Rebecca. But of course, the fans, what they're focused on is the fact that she's moving to the grand final. She might remain champion. Well, of course, that all depends on her opponent as Celestine Ingeborg looks to take on Candice Matthews. Injuries can happen any time in the squared circle. Normally, you hope that it'll just be an accident. You don't want your fellow opponent to go out of their way to attempt to injure you. I do feel bad for Rebecca in that moment. I don't normally feel bad for the Storm system, but man. But now we look to see who will be facing Sophia Muller in the finals for the World Championship. Coming down the ring, Celestine Ingeborg, still one of the newer wrestlers in VGIW, but has proven to be quite a fearsome foe, quite a fearsome opponent. One thing she has is she's incredibly persistent. That chokehold drains her opponents. They're never the same after she's hit it, even if it doesn't end the match. But she is determined, it seems, that when she gets that chokehold, she's determined to put it away with that move. So if you break out, you've got to hope she doesn't get it in again. Because like I said, you're not the same after being hit, getting choked out by Celestine. And she will make sure to close in on taking you out. It's like being in a Pokemon game with no potions. The more damage you take from her, from that choke, the closer you are to being knocked out. Now, of course, she's got one hell of an opponent on her hands here with Candice Matthews, who I've said is the greatest submission wrestler in the women's division. Maybe one of the up there as one of the better women's submission wrestlers, period, I mean. Candice Matthews is great at working those arms so that when she locks in the cross arm breaker, that's an instant tap out. You don't want to get locked in that cross arm breaker. She is so good at working the arms. She's so good. There's a lot, like I said, there's so many ways that submission experts can be at the level that they're at. Candice Matthews, she targets one set of limbs and she gets it almost every time. That's why she's here in the second round of the World League Tournament, the first ever Women's World League Tournament. Of course, saying that, no one is guaranteed victory in VGIW. She's gone this far, but she needs that last victory if she hopes to take on Sophia Muller. Two great two great wrestlers with incredibly critical submissions on the arms. That'd be one hell of a match. The bell is rung. Celestine rushes out. Big clothesline right there. And of course, keep in mind, these two have already fought a match. They might be worse for wear. And bringing her down. And now, Celestine Ingeborg. Oh, being pushed away there by Candice Matthews. This match already off to a flying start here as she takes Celestine to the side of the ring. Celestine right back in. Oh, look at this. Oh no, deflecting her before she can do anything huge there. Big DDT. Candice Matthews might be in serious trouble here. Now wrenching that head. Oh man. Big elbow drop. Nice work right there. Now choking her out. That's not the choke though. I know the choke when I see it, and it can be devastating. Going for a pinfall though. But no such luck. Oh, stomping the back of the head. And now going for the shoulder claw here. My God, the pain going for Candice Matthews. Wait, Candice has tapped out. I can't believe it. Candice has tapped out. What a shocker right there. Oh my God. What is that grip strength on Celestine Ingeborg? That must be why her chokes are so devastating. Why she can rely on that one hand causing so much damage. If she can make someone tap out from a shoulder claw of all things. Well, this has created a very unique dynamic here as she goes to face Sophia Muller. I would not have expected someone to be able to do such a thing, but maybe she can topple Sophia. going to have to be careful though, lest she wind up like Rebecca. Before that though, we have the Limitless Championship match. Mammoth looks to take on Wade Danielson in a ladder match. Now, of course, this is an exceptional match. Very much willing, very much deserving of being one of the top 3 matches of World League here. On one hand, you have got former world champion, the War Beast Mammoth, making his way down to the ring now. One of the giants of professional wrestling who has made a warp up. He has made a name for himself in getting every single championship that he looked like. Once he sets his mind to it, it's an almost certainty, it seems, that he will get that title. That's what we mean by when we say he goes on that warpath. He goes on the warpath for the championship of his choosing, and so far it's proven every single time that he will damn well get it. Now on the other side we have Wade Danielson. Wade Danielson, actually, you know what? I'll talk about Wade Danielson a bit. I've got to talk about Mammoth some more. Mammoth, despite being at a disadvantage in a ladder match, is so powerful that might balance things out. Of course, you've got the Stampede, one of the most devastating finishers in professional wrestling. Like I said, won him so many titles, taken out so many top superstars. I've got to say, it's going to be an easy one to guess. But here it comes, the current Limitless Champion, the first person ever to have won the World Championship and the Limitless Championship, the 2 top prizes, singles-wise at least, in VGIW, Wade Danielson. Wade Danielson has always been one of the top wrestlers in VGIW, and the fact that he's won the 2 top prizes is testament to that. He is someone who continues to succeed, one of the best high flyers we have ever seen step foot in that squared circle. Able to run around, fly around at the greatest of speed. Honestly, this is a great matchup here. You've got the most powerful giant, one of the biggest powerhouses of VGIW, taking on one of the biggest high flyers of VGIW. It's going to be great. Now, of course, the ladder match is Wade Danielson's domain. He's got the advantage here. He's beaten another giant, Herman, before, in the first ever World League, in fact. So, it's safe to say Wade, at the very least, has got a very solid chance of successfully defending the title against Mammoth here. But I don't know if anyone's got the clear advantage here. But Wade racing out of the gate there, clocking Mammoth. Going for a leg drop there to the midsection, and the War Beast is reeling, but he goes right back to his feet here. Picks up Wade, driving him down to the ground. We've got to be careful of Mammoth. That size difference means that every shot, every slam can be all that more powerful, because he can pick you up higher. He has bigger limbs to... Oh my God! Wait a minute, Wade Danielson. He's just jumped up to the top rope. And he's going to wait. I think he's waiting for a big moment here. He's waiting for Mammoth to get into the perfect spot. Here we go. Takes him down right there. And now Wade looks like he's going straight for the ladder there. You know he's got his eyes on the prize. He knows he can't risk spending too long. He has been in the ring with Mammoth before. He knows he cannot spend too long, but Mammoth Sally is already back up. Well, sadly for Wade at least. Nice work there by Wade Danielson. Wade racing out of the gate, going for Mammoth some more. Boom, another kick there. And Mammoth's toppled to the ground. Bringing Mammoth to his feet. But Mammoth there, going for the arm. Right over that massive shoulder. Wade with a nice kick there, a big elbow strike, and you can tell that he is not about to stop. Wade Danielson tries to go for a drop kick, but Mammoth gets out of the way. And they've got to be careful. That massive ladder is, that could be a very big hazard if one of them is slammed onto it. Wait a minute. Facebuster onto the ring mat, barely avoided the ladder there, but that could have been very damaging. Big moonsault. Wade, he crashed into the ladder. Mammoth got out of the way, and Wade toppled into the ladder there. That's horrific. Those legs have got to be feeling a lot of pain right now. Oh my goodness me. Mammoth now bringing Wade to his feet. Wade, I can imagine, can barely stand. Oh no, not again. onto the ladder. And Wade holding his knees. And you know Mammoth, normally just pure brawn, maybe being a bit smart here, as he takes the legs out. Oh my god, no, don't do this, Mammoth. Mammoth, don't. Oh, thank goodness. Still, very devastating. That is like a near 7-foot drop right there. Oh, he is not relenting. He is going to decimate. Oh my god, the body weight onto the rib cage. And now go for the arm. Oh, God, Mammoth. Oh, but Wade kicking Mammoth in the face. Races over, tries to go for a clothesline, but unfortunately not enough to stop Mammoth. But Wade there, managing to flip. Oh my god. Wade is, I think, already running on empty. He is not at 100% anymore after that damage to his legs. And it's really starting to show. The normally picture-perfect Wade Danielson can't seem to get it together here. And now Mammoth setting the ladder up. And now looks to climb the ladder. Wade has got to do something here. Look at this, racing up. And now the two of them fighting on top of the ladder. Brawling back and forth. And Mammoth tumbles down. Wade now could retain the title right here. He's trying to do it. We have a more advanced belt mechanism, for these ladder matches than the average promotion, so it is not easy to undo. That's part of the challenge. You don't win just by getting up there. You've got to maneuver it. You've got to finagle with it. You've got to make it's tough to get it loose, and that means that people like Mammoth can get back up. It still have a fighting chance. And look at this, brawling once again on top of the ladder. Mammoth precarious there, now delivering his own blows. But look at that. One of these two is about to tumble. Oh, Wade has crashed down. And now it's Mammoth's turn. You can see the way that he's wrenching at the title, using his full strength, trying to rip the title free. He's going to have to get it free the proper way. But I think he might just do it. I think he's got it. He has. He has. Mammoth, your new Limitless Championship, and another belt that is now in the possession of the Warbeast. What a short but sweet encounter right there. But you knew that it was the beginning of the end when Wade's legs took severe punishment thanks to Mammoth. Now Mammoth, once again winning another championship. One of the most devastating performers we have ever seen in VGIW continues his warpath. We move on now to the Women's World League Final as Sophia Muller and Celestine Ingeborg fight each other for the World Championship. This is going to be very interesting here. Now, I don't think I need to tell you who I think the favourite is heading into this one. We're looking at someone who has injured Rebecca Storm. We've looked at people, she's injured other people before. She injured Helen Monroe in the past. This is a person who does not care about the well-being of her fellow wrestlers. As far as she's concerned, you're just an obstacle that's in her way. Celestine Ingeborg, I don't know what she's like, but she's going to have to be careful. I do not want to see more people be broken by Sophia Muller, who might end up being the first world champion to successfully defend the title in World League. This is big. This could be big here. She might get the record for coming out of the tournament still the world champion. Sophia Muller. Oh my god. I've said it once, I've said it a thousand times, the Alabama Slam, the Kimura, the most devastating moves you'll ever see in that ring. That's the reason why Sophia uses them. They are so good for taking out opponents. She delivers them so brutally, so effectively. It's why she can take on anyone and everyone of any skill level and make it look like child's play. It's honestly really scary to watch Sophia Muller go. I don't know how this is going to end up. This match could end up being a brutal showing. Well, here we go. Here comes the challenger, who's made her way to the final. Celestine Ingeborg is here. Now, Celestine Ingeborg seems to have the strongest grip strength of anyone I've ever seen. That choke, like I said, you're never the same after it's been locked in the first time. It's, you know, if she keeps locking it in, it doesn't matter if you break out, it becomes a... You're slowly getting drained, you're slowly weakening. Celestine can play the long game if she wants to. But she managed to not only managed to drain people with that choke, she made Candice Matthews tap to a shoulder claw. Something I've never seen in all my time in VGIW. It shows that we're working with someone very different here. As Celestine Ingeborg could be the out-of-the-box thinking, the out-of-the-box style that will take out Sophia Muller. Gonna have to wait and see here. Well, we're not gonna have to wait much longer, I guess, but here we are, the final match. The World Championship on the line. There it is, that's what they've been waiting for. That's what they've been working hard for. This is what every woman on the roster signs up for. The hope that they can one day hold that title above their head. Who will win World League 3? Sophia Muller races out of the gate. Big Lufez press. Takes Celestine down to the ground. And wait a moment. Oh my god, she's not wasting any time here. She's already looking for it. The Kimura! The Kimura! Oh my god, there's no way it's over already. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my god, it's over. It's over. What might be the fastest match in VGIW history. Sophia Muller is the first world champion to successfully complete the tournament. That is remarkable. We have just seen history here. We have just seen history in one of the shortest matches I think VGIW has ever seen. Sophia Muller successfully defends the title. Still your world champion and the first world champion to ever make it through the tournament and still be the champion. She's gone through the tournament. She's won World League 3. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Isabella Violet. Well, the tournament's over. My point still stands. But Isabella Violet, she's coming down with the briefcase. Isabella Violet now. Oh, I think I know what she's planning here. And while Sophia Muller may have just squashed Celestine Ingeborg, that doesn't mean that Sophia isn't still tired, and Isabella Violet smells opportunity. Oh my god. Right here, after we've just seen history be made with the first world champion to complete the World League tournament, we might be about to see history with a new world champion. This is incredible. The title once again on the line. For the second time here tonight, the fourth match for our current champion, Sophia Muller, our reigning champion, as she looks to take on a completely fresh Isabella Violet. Here we go. The bell rings. People have been wondering when Isabella would cash in. Oh, and it's tonight. But even though she's cashing in on a tired Sophia Muller, it still is Sophia Muller, and that's not going to be easy no matter how you cut it. Oh, big clothesline right there. Look at this, German suplex, release German suplex at that. And look at that, Sophia Muller. Almost like she's saying, is that the best you've got? My goodness. Wait a minute. Hurricane Rana from Isabella Violet, who goes for the armbar. Look at this. Isabella Violet working Sophia Muller over. Oh, and again an armbar. She took us to the ground in another armbar. You can see Isabella Violet trying to get into the head of Sophia Muller by out-wrestling her here. Oh, but there's the pure powerhousery of Sophia Muller. 2. Oh my god, that was close. Nearly knocked her lights out, I feel. Now bringing Isabella Violet back to her feet here. Ooh, back of the leg. And now look at this. Boom! Face first into those turnbuckle pads. Those padded turnbuckles, that's going to be a lot of punishment though. Now snapping the leg. Bringing Sophia back to her feet here. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, now look at this. Oh, going for the legs. But Sophia pushing her away. Sophia now. Oh, wait a minute. Driving her down. And now, Sophia Muller. Oh my God. Going to knock Isabella senses. Oh, those elbow strikes are vicious, scary stuff to see. You've got to think though, Sophia Muller got to be tired after everything she's, had to put up with. No way, not again, no way. Oh my God, we might see history with the first failed cash-in. 2. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's getting scary here. Isabella Violet still staying strong, but this could end up going sour for her here. Her big opportunity, her big moment might all fall apart here. Wait a minute, Isabella Violet looking for her own finisher now. But Sophia dodges out of the way. She saw Isabella waiting and got out of her. Oh, big uppercut there. And Isabella's been popped off her feet. Sophia now with the Irish whip against those ropes. Over the ropes! Look at that, the trash talking from Sophia Muller. As far as she's concerned, anyone who dares challenge her is like trash beneath her feet. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a moment, look at this now. Oh my God. Oh, that's vicious right there. Now, wait a minute. Isabella there taking the legs out from Sophia Muller. She's really got to take this opportunity to fight back. Isabella Violet making it almost impossible. Oh, now look at this. Nice arm drag there from Isabella Violet. Taking her to the corner here. Oh, what's Isabella Violet planning here? So goes for those stiff kicks there. Nice work. She's planning to work up to something major here. You just know it. But, oh no, not again, not again. Oh my God. Isabella Violet's getting right back up to her feet though. Refusing to stay down. That is what you want to see. Oh, but that vicious elbow strike from Sophia Muller means that it's not going to, she can't keep going forever. No, wait a minute. Deadlift powerbomb. Here it comes. Oh, Sophia Muller. She is sweating up a storm after everything she's been doing. But look at this. The Alabama Slam. Oh, that's it. That's it. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Isabella Violet has kicked out. She's still in this. Jawbreaker from Isabella Violet. Big clothesline right there. And now looking to put Sophia Muller away. Boom! Lights out. That's going to do it. Surely it's going to do it. Surely. No. She knows it's not over. Sophia Muller continuing. Oh, big clothesline right there. Isabella Violet, though, she's mounting that comeback now. Oh, Sophia Muller refusing to back down, but Isabella continuing to rise. Oh, my God. Oh, no. No, no, no. 1, 2. Oh, my God, a kick out at 2 there, but this match refusing to slow down, refusing to stop. Now, look at this. Deadlifting Isabella Violet. Boom! Just like that. That was incredible work right there. And now looking to go for that camel clutch. Good work right there by Sophia Muller. Could have Isabella Violet here. No, never mind. She escapes. Isabella Violet's got to pull something big out here. She's been rising to the challenge, but she's got to pull out something big if she wants to put Sophia Muller away. Clearly, Sophia Muller, even when not at 100%, is more than most people can deal with. Big suplex right there from Isabella Violet. And now, wait a moment. Going for the label lock. Going for the label lock. Could she have the champion tap here? Oh my god. We've seen history made twice, back to back. Sophia Muller, the first ever world champion to successfully finish a World League tournament. And we've seen another successful cash-in. The briefcase used to create another world champion. Isabella Violet has just made history here tonight. Oh my goodness, she has just etched her name into the history books as your next world champion. A huge, momentous occasion for Isabella Violet. Walking away with her head held high. I think that title is going to look very good wrapped around her waist. But how long will she get to keep it? With Sophia Muller on her case. Anyway, now we move on to the final match of World League 3, the Men's World League 3 final. Donovan Hazard, Biohazard challenges the world champion Hardcore Hank. The final match. Will we see back-to-back 2 world champions for the first time ever beat the championship? Beat the tournament. We just saw Sophia Muller. Sophia Muller, the first world champion to successfully complete the tournament. Now, will we see that with Hardcore Hank? Now, if it's in that, with Biohazard, he's not going to let that happen. Biohazard absolutely is going to bring everything he's got into this match. Like I said, Biohazard and Hank do in fact have a bit of history together in that ring. Back in the early days of VGIW, but as I've always said, the wrestlers grow, the wrestlers improve, and Biohazard, he has certainly done that. But it would be unwise of me to say that Hank hasn't remained one of the most dominant, one of the most powerful wrestlers of all time. Here comes the world champion, Hardcore Hank, making his way to the ring with that World Heavyweight Championship in tow. That is the belt, that is the title that everyone works for. When they sign up for the men's division in VGIW, that is what they're hoping to get. Some people who enter this industry dream of being a VGIW World Champion. Hank has been VGIW World Champ multiple times. He knows what it's like to sit at the top, sit on the throne, on the mountain top of VGIW. And as he stares down Biohazard, you know that these two in this grand final match are going to have one of the greatest matches ever, going one-on-one, just absolutely decimating each other. You've got the atomic bomb versus the knee, the gamma spike versus the spiked emerald flosion. Vicious, vicious moves. This is going to be exceptional, I feel. Two powerhouses who are exceptionally durable. But Hank, he's got to be the favourite heading into this one. As he holds that title up in the air, you've got to wonder, will he be the second world champion to complete the World League tournament successfully? Wait a moment. Oh my god! It's Terry Adams! The Bull Terry Adams! Coming out with his own briefcase! The Genesis briefcase from the days of Genesis! He's been holding on to it. It's still viable because we haven't had a new briefcase holder. And he's cashing it in! Oh my god. He's not waiting. He's not waiting like Isabella Violet did for the final match to happen. He's joining! This is a triple threat match now! The Bull, Terry Adams. Oh my god. This has just changed the complexity of the match entirely. There's the world title, the thing that everyone is, fights for. I'm in shock. But here we go. The Bull, Terry Adams, Biohazard, and the world champion, Hardcore Hank. Here we go. Ding ding, the match begins. Oh, big drop kick there, but it doesn't knock over Biohazard. But that will. Hurricane Rana. Oh, man. Look at this, though. This is going to be one hell of a match. Big work right there by Biohazard. And oh, my goodness. Terry Adams there going in for the knee. Breaking the eyes there. Nice snap there. And now going for a big enziguri. Side of the head, and Hank is writhing in agony. Oh, look at that big kick to Hank. But Hank there, right back on his feet, and a clothesline to Terry Adams. Nice work there by Donovan Hazard. Biohazard now in control here of Hank. Now, of course, with Terry Adams out on the sidelines, if Biohazard can put this match away, he's going to become the next world champion. But he's not going to be able to put away Hank that easily. He knows this. He's got to work Hank down. He's got to whittle Hank down. Now, of course, Biohazard and Terry Adams have taken on each other in Genesis. There's a lot of history going on in this match. Oh, nice big backdrop there by the Bull. Locking horns now with Biohazard. But Biohazard's not going to make this easy. So as Biohazard looks to reclaim the championship for the first time himself. Oh, nice block there. As the two brawl back and forth. Big famous right there from Biohazard. And now Terry Adams trying to get to his feet here. But Hank now back in the ring, taking out Terry Adams. And now Biohazard bringing down Hardcore Hank and going for the pin here. But Hank with a quick kick out right there. So now going for Terry Adams, but Terry with the big clothesline right there. And now bringing Hank up to his feet here. Irish whip against those ropes. Oh, taking him down. You've got to think Hank and Biohazard are not 100%. They've been fighting the World League Tournament to get to this point. Terry Adams, meanwhile, is fresh. But at the same time, with a triple threat match, Terry Adams doesn't have to be involved with the results here. Oh my God! Hank, like a superhuman, still doing these crazy feats. Oh, but look at this now, going for Biohazard. Big elbow there. Biohazard staggered. Biohazard deflects there, and a slam to Hardcore Hank. And now up against the ropes. Here we go. Leg drop. And he's racing here to try and put Hank away. But Terry Adams is back on his feet. Oh, Biohazard now going for Terry Adams here, clubbing that back. But Terry Adams standing firm. Almost like he was challenging Biohazard to hit harder. So Biohazard hits harder, taking Terry Adams to the outside now. Gets back into the ring. Look at this. Hardcore Hank trying to get to his feet, but he is exhausted. After everything he's been through, I cannot say that I am surprised. And now, look at this. Oh, Hank is wrestling it away from Biohazard. Terry Adams back in the ring now. Nice kick to the midsection there. Biohazard now with the super kick, but it's blocked. Goes for the knee there. Oh man. Oh, nice headbutt there from Biohazard. And a neckbreaker from Terry Adams. Terry Adams now looking to take Hank on. Kicks him into the corner. And now bringing him up to the top rope here. What is he doing? What is he about to do to Hardcore Hank? He's going for a top rope suplex. Superplex. Oh my God. Slamming him from the top rope. Going for the armbar now. He is working the world champion over. He could have the world champion tap here. Now Biohazard breaking it up though. Biohazard refusing to give up like that easily. Big belly to belly there. Now turning the world champion. Goes to the clothesline, but Hank dodges. Oh, Hank went for a knee there, but got blocked. And now Biohazard going to work the Bull over. Terry Adams is a formidable wrestler. but Biohazard is also formidable. These are three incredible wrestlers here. Oh, the bull there taking down Biohazard. And now standing tall, but not yet standing victorious. If he wants to stand victorious, he's going to have to put one of these two men away. But Hank now back in the ring. The world champion stalking his prey. Oh, kick there from Terry Adams, taking Hank into the corner. I think he's going to go for another big slam here. Here we go. Once again, going to hit a huge slam here from the top rope. Driving him down. Oh my God. Biohazard now bringing Terry down. Good God. Now going for the pin here on Hank. 1, 2. Oh my God, Hank kicks out, but what a back and forth display right here. Hank now with the arm drag. Wait a moment. Oh my God, Terry's on the outside. Hank's going for the kill. Hank's going for the kill. The knee. That's it. That's it. It's over. It's over. 1, 2. Oh my God. And so many people never kick out of the knee. And you saw Hank there. He was frustrated. He flipped off Biohazard. And now he's going to try and take out the bull instead. He couldn't take out Biohazard. He's got to take out the bull. He's got to put the bull down. Oh my God, here we go. Here we go. Lifts him up in the air, but oh, the bull manages to escape Terry Adams. Wait a minute, he's going for a heart punch. Oh! Shades of the classic, the Ox. Oh, but not going to be able to do it with that classic maneuver. Terry Adams now going to try and deal with Biohazard. Look at this, clubbing blow. Wait a minute. Oh, knee strike right there. And Biohazard rolling out of the ring, trying to recover. Terry's going for a pin here. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Now look at that, raking the eyes, raking the eyes. Hank's trying to get up. Oh, and he manages to do so. But look at that. Look at this. That snap with that enziguri. Now dragging Hank over into the center of the ring. Maybe knocked him out with that enziguri. 1, 2. No, not enough to end it. Wait a minute, Terry Adams thought he could put it away, but Biohazard ran right at him like a runaway freight train. Biohazard now looks to put it away himself, I feel. I know what he's looking for. He's looking for that atomic bomb. Here we go. The atomic bomb is about to be dropped. Boom! But Terry Adams is now back up. While Hank may be done, he has to deal with the bull. Oh my God, and he's done it. No way. No way. We might just have a world champion, new world champion. 1, 2. Oh my God. I think just a moment too long spent dealing with Terry Adams. But man, that has got to be frustrating for Biohazard. Now Hank go for a pin here. Only a 1 count. He's not going to put away Biohazard like that. Terry Adams is back. Back in the ring. Back in the action. Hank looks to take out Biohazard. He's taking out the referee now. Oh, that vicious strike. The referee trying to figure out where he is. But this match has been relentless. Terry Adams now going for the pin. 2. And Hank kicks out. This is for the World Championship. This is for the top prize of VGIW. Oh, he's going for another heart punch. Boom! Right to the heart of Hardcore Hank. Biohazard not about to go down that easily. Driving him down. It seems with Terry, we have the Terry Flosion, and it looks like he's adopted the heart punch, at least for now at least. But my goodness. Terry Adams standing tall. Oh my God. Well, standing tall against his opponents, but now putting the accolade. Biohazard Might get a tap-out victory here. Hank is not going to be able to break this one up, I feel. But it's Terry himself who manages to escape. Oh, but the moment he's free, he's immediately taken out by Hank. Biohazard now bringing the shots, bringing the blows to Hank here. Hank with those knees to the midsection, no. Oh, he's going for the pin now. One. Oh, only a 1 count. That's got to be at least a 2, though. I think the referee may be a little bit slow, but it wouldn't have been a free either case, so I can't complain too much. Big clothesline there into the corner. And now look at this. Driving him down. And Biohazard closing in on a major victory here with the Boston Crab. Terry Adams, though, is back in the ring. And he... Oh, I don't think he meant to take the referee out, but he has. Either way, Hank now going to deal with Terry Adams. Oh, Terry Adams once again. Whoa! Downs in with the heart punch. But he's not finished with Hank. He's sending him to the outside. And now he's got to deal with Biohazard. But Biohazard is going to deal with him. Big Samoan drop from Biohazard. Bringing Terry to his feet. But Terry there with the shoulder tackle. Oh, wait a moment. He's looking to take out Biohazard here. He was going for the Terry Flosion, but Biohazard wasn't about to let it happen. Those are 2 devastating moves from Terry Adams here. 2 count there. Not going to put it away though. Oh my God. Biohazard though looks like he's closing in. The Hardcore Hank is back on his feet and racing back into the ring. Biohazard looks to take on Hank, but Hank looks to put away Biohazard here. Big power bomb, and that's going to do it. 1, 2. Oh my God, just barely kicking out. But you can see that Biohazard basically running on empty. Oh, that's going to... Oh no, here we go. Here we go. The spiked Emerald Flosion. Oh, that's going to do it. But now we got Terry Adams. Oh, but look at this. Caught in the clutches of Hardcore Hank with that suplex. But Terry rises to his feet again. And he takes him out with the knee there. Taking him down with the knee. Wait a moment. Hank's rolled to the outside. But it's still out from that spiked Emerald Flosion. Terry! 1, 2, 3! Terry Adams is your new World Heavyweight Champion! The Bull saw red, and now the Bull sees gold! Your new champion is here! Your new champion is here! That is incredible! This night has been filled with so many twists and turns. Standing victorious. Congratulations are in order for Terry Adams. Standing tall. We've seen a lot of amazing action tonight. And if you agree, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos on the channel. It would mean so much to us if you would do that. It would massively help out the channel. Please be sure to comment. Tell us your favourite moment of the episode of this event. Share the video with your friends to get more eyes on the channel again. It would massively help us out. What will this mean for VGIW headed into the future? We'll have to wait to find out. But until then, we'll see you next time.